are recording, in case some of you didn't know or hear me. I'm your Dungeon Master, Eric Scott, and I'd like everyone to go around the table and introduce yourself and who you're playing. Starting with Meg.
I am Meg. I am playing Torvi, a human fighter who is badass, and she wields two, in their own way, magical rapiers.
Okay. Hi, I'm Jonathan. I'm playing Runyon Deer. He's a fur-bold barbarian druid. He likes to transform into animals and rage. It's pretty cool. Yeah. He's also a pretty no-nonsense kind of guy.
Yeah. I'm Tyler. I'll be playing Karina, a Moon Elf Rogue Ranger.
I'm Alana. I'm playing Jewel, a Tabaxi Sorcerer.
I'm Adam. I'm playing Mark Zuckerberg, a lizard folk cleric. Who thinks he's a human?
Incredible.
So,
Iconic.
Honestly.
Continue.
Sup, I'm Gwen, and I'm playing Soren Cunningham, and I'm here, and he's here to fuck your bitch and have a good time, I guess.
I guess we should.
I guess.
I
I mean, if he has to.
He has to, he'll do it.
Hi, I'm Julian. I'll be playing a dragonborn fighter whose name is Betch. So,
Wow. What a
Wow, what a game.
Yeah.
Fetch.
Alright, I'm
You
Reader.
Betch.
I'll be playing a dwarven fighter named Schmiveldorf.
Good shit.
That's only his first name.
What's the rest of his name?
Once you get to know him.
Schmiveldorf Remsake.
Nice.
Thanks.
Alright, so...
I'm sure we'll appreciate that later.
Yeah, so Betch, Smiveldorf,
Mark.
and Jewel. You are all currently together with your other companion, who our friend Maddie will be playing, and my nephew Romeo's character Chuggy. Chuggy Stonearm, who is a dwarf druid. And Ro, would you say his name?
Ro.
Ro, who is a paladin.
Oh, Ro will be joining us?
Maddie's playing Ro.
Oh, okay.
So we will get started with you guys real quick, but to give you an idea of the environment, this is a wonderful little homebrew world of mine. You are very far up north on the continent of Karas, and you are currently trapped in Fort Falling Star. You all went out to save dwarves that were kidnapped by the giants, by hill giants, in a recent attack on Emberhold, and led by a dwarven nobleman, Smiveldorf, you all set out to rescue these prisoners of the giants. You did not find the hill giants. What you found was far worse. And now you have found yourselves trapped in Fort Falling Star. That was several weeks ago. Your food is running low, and there is no escape, as there are two of the monsters, and it always seems like at least one of them is watching you. And now you know why whoever made this fort lost or abandoned it. It has its back to a sheer cliff face that perhaps Jewel could climb, but you have no ability to fly or teleport out. These things are faster than pretty much all, if not most of you. And your only chance of escape now is to pray and that a rescue party comes along and could help you slay the beasts. And we'll see if their prayers get answered by people making the right choices. I don't know.
We're gonna leave y'all to
Feel
die.
targeted by that.
Who could say?
Who's to say? Who's to say?
Before we
Who's
get
to say?
My character is in
the silver arrows,
That's just like
the silver arrows recently just talked to two cloud giants atop a mountain.
Yeah.
But before we get to that, Gwen wasn't here last time.
Heyo.
So we have some unresolved business that in conversations that we didn't get to see beforehand.
Yeah.
Oh,
So-
with
Thing
my
where they went with
lady
Sepul.
friend.
Yeah.
My
A week or
lady
two,
friend.
I can't even
Week-
do voice anymore.
week or two before,
Mm.
you were in the Feywild. Torvi went to talk to Sepul, the Archwarden of Blossoms.
It's a horrible.
And she asked to speak to you, Zoran,
Too much
alone.
Fortitude again?
And everybody else was ushered out of the room.
Yes.
And now you, doing this flashback, are alone in the room with Sepul.
The woman I would like to spit on me, but it's okay.
Wow.
Hey,
The door closes. And what is happening in Zoran's mind?
Oh, fuck.
I thought so.
Me. Please.
What is this turning into?
Everything.
it's
It's
I
about
know
to
what
turn
it
into a
is.
real
Yeah.
interesting porn because I'm like this big and an owl person.
Yeah.
That's hot.
Yeah,
About to get real exciting, right?
She takes a seat, and she's like, "Come, have a seat, Zoran."
Alright.
And you're screaming inside, no doubt.
Yeah. I'm gonna take that seat.
The camera just zooms in.
Yeah.
Screaming intensifies.
Yeah, just like outside, Zoran's like, "Cool, cool," but inside he's like, "Ah!" So yeah, you take the seat, and Sepul says, "So, before I let you and Torvi loose, I would like to hear your opinion on some things.
Alright.
Tell me, what do you think of your new companions?"
Gotta keep it PG. Hmm.
Hold nothing back.
Why start now?
Because she's like important. Anyway.
Like important.
It's not actually important.
She's very important. Shut your
Very
fucking
much.
mouth. So, there's this Torvi. She's pretty cool.
Cool.
You don't have to look at them. Look at me.
I don't know how to talk nice about people. I'm just kidding. They're all very useful. I'm not doing the voice right now because my throat hurts.
That's fine.
They're all very useful. There's one that I'd really, really like to climb like a fucking tree because that'd be really fun. But
Zaprab.
it's a friend. No, it's not. I don't give a shit about that motherfucker. Anyway.
Well, there's our opinion on
Is that there's this gnome? I can't even remember his name. There's this gnome, right? He's a gnome.
Yeah. He's
Yep.
I don't know what he is, but I can't remember his name. He's apparently he bleeds like wine or some shit. I don't know. And then there's an elf. I think she's kind of hot. Well, Torvi's hot too, but like the whole team's kind of hot. I guess I don't know.
Take it.
They all have their own useful shit, I guess. Also, there's this weird guy named, there was this guy, we did like some weird kart racing shit. There's this guy, I don't know.
You should really
I don't
listen to
know
the
if,
episodes, Julian.
I don't know if he's actually a part of our party, but it's alright.
It's fucking weird, man.
It's fucking wild.
Oh, you mean old Jim?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
It's like, what the fuck are you talking about?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're all
Crazy old
pretty
man.
useful, I think. Can't wait.
Yes, I agree with that sentiment. I especially find Torvi most intriguing, but the others have their uses as well. You have not been told of the Order of the Silver Dragon, have you? Or the Order of Silver Arrows, I mean.
Nope.
They're part of it. An new order of knights or something. Ingratiate yourselves with them. Perhaps they'll ask you to be one.
I could do that.
I'm not asking you to be a spy or anything. Don't do anything you wouldn't do. But I do like to be kept abreast of what's happening.
Yeah, you got it. I'll just give you some, just tell you, just relay. Better than I have been doing at the moment. Because wow.
I consider it at the moment, Torvi is a wonderful little investment. I think I can see her a bright future for her.
Me too.
Wow. Wow. Wow.
Okay, hold on, buddy. As for the others, do what you will, and she goes over to her desk, and she opens a drawer, and she pulls these 2 little silk bags out. For now, here is something to make sure that your team is kept safe. And she hands you these 2 small little bags.
What is it?
You look inside?
Can I look?
Yeah.
I'm gonna look inside.
They are filled with diamonds.
Holy shit! Okay. Hello.
Oh, they're Revivify diamonds.
And you realize at that moment this is a little bit of a gift. So the spell Revivify, which can bring someone back to life, which you are capable of casting. I don't know if it's on your list. Or it will be.
It will be.
It will be.
Simple demand.
Once you're capable of casting it, it requires 300 gold worth of diamonds. And you reckon she probably just handed you 600 gold worth.
Okay. So about two
Yes,
let,
nobody
you can just
died.
let 2 people fucking die. Nice.
honestly.
No, it's not.
No, please don't.
No, that's definitely it.
It's not the longer lasting.
So you can
one.
write that down. You have
This is the,
600
like,
gold
1
worth of
minute
diamonds.
What do you mean?
one. Revivify only is within a minute.
Within
Yes.
a minute of
Yeah.
the death?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So it's not resurrection or
I don't
reincarnation.
know what I'm doing. So.
Sup?
What the
Stop.
fuck is
I
that?
Hello,
don't even
Maddie.
know this person.
Okay.
I get
So-
this.
I know.
Being a
I
fighter,
just
Maddie, you
got
can sit over here.
600
I-
gold worth of diamonds.
Usually.
All right, and she
I just don't know
says,
where to start off.
Okay.
'Cause I've never created my
"Take care of your
character.
team, and take care of yourself. Good luck."
Did you roll up these stats?
And that's the end of that
Okay,
conversation.
so first you need to give Dragonborn bonuses
dab out.
to those.
I was gonna say we'll do the one with where you spoke to the giantess. Do you want to do that right now? Will we have
I
some?
spoke to a
sort of
giantess?
bonuses?
Yeah. So,
Yeah, we all
oh
did.
yeah, you weren't there, but Zoran was there. You guys went up to the top of a mountain near
And your charisma
at the top of this mountain was a giant fucking throne, bigger in fact than the 2 cloud giants that sat upon it. One was a male giant and one was female, and well, the rest of your fun little crew, who you now know are part of an order of knights,
Yeah.
that they haven't told you about,
Yeah, you
Uh,
fuckers.
they spoke to the male giant. You had a wonderful, lovely little conversation with the female one.
Cool.
Uh,
How'd that go?
Oh, let's find out.
Oh, fuck. Alright.
Letting the other members of the game get their shit together
Hey.
while we do these fun little moments.
Damn it, Julian.
I know.
It's all
Fuck.
good.
Okay,
Let
so
him live.
yeah, here, right, and you can write like 3, 6.
Oh,
All right.
If you want, right underneath that.
So audio medium is going to be very interesting with all these people talking. So yeah, you basically introduced yourself like, "Hi, I'm Zoran. You're hot."
Oh, yeah. That's
Yeah.
what I usually do, yeah. Yeah.
So yeah,
It's very much on brand.
Real
I'm
brand.
assuming
Yeah,
you're not
very
gonna
much
take any
so.
and then Karina said they would crush
or are
you.
you just gonna
I
use
would
abilities for
gladly let them.
Yeah, you would
It
say.
wasn't a threat.
You said,
You can either- so at level 4 and at level 6, you can do abilities
and that got too real. And now the rest of them are talking to the male giant, and
very real.
they're distracted talking to him.
Oh.
That's up to you, and there's a whole
Huh?
list of
What
things,
is the
so
purpose of
unless-
talking to
They
them?
wanted
Oh,
to
cool.
speak to them, and
So unless you
they're
have some
giving
mind-
Nah, no.
your
I've
team
never...
cool advice on how to deal
So-
with the
So you
giants.
have
Oh, okay.
4
Because
points
they don't
to
like the
distribute
other
however you
giants.
like.
4 points?
Don't distribute them
Every
right
time
away.
we
Just
say
write them on the
You're
side
learning.
right now. Because if
Someone
it's
said it again.
Constitution, it'll affect your health.
God
how
damn it.
it
Okay,
increases
so
more.
this
rest-
Alana, do you
giantess.
remember when I
I don't know, it might just
hit
increase
my
others.
Do you have a
comments
character
on
So
sheet?
then it would
Facebook?
just be
Yeah, I have it.
like
You want to see it?
one, like maybe like one,
Yeah,
two
real quick.
one or something
Yeah,
like
go
that.
for it.
Oh,
You can do
okay.
1, 1, 1, 1. We can do 2, 2.
we
You can
stopped
do
you.
1, 2, 1.
No, I
Alright.
spat
You
on
can
it.
split them up. And
Okay, you have a dragon
So they all
slayer?
going into each
Yeah.
other.
Okay,
Is that
great.
I know,
Okay.
I'm just
Yeah,
putting
that's
them on the
fine.
side for
Is
the
I was
that
gonna
moment.
say,
okay?
because as a
Yeah,
fighter,
big
I
old
don't
fucking
recommend
No,
sword.
no, no.
I'm so sorry. A big old sword.
That's fine. Don't worry
Okay,
about it.
so this giantess, who is named Neressa,
Do we spit at
Looking-
giantesses too, or do we respect women? I'm sorry.
We respect this giantess.
We respect.
respect this giantess.
Shit, what up?
Yeah, so her boyfriend is talking to the rest of your team, and she's kind of half paying attention, but she's also playing with her lion. That's another thing. They
Can
have
I flirt with the lion?
it wouldn't respond much, but yeah, they have a lion and a
Okay, that's not how that
lioness,
works, but it's good that
like
you
straight up
didn't know
African
that.
lions, which are not native to
Oh,
these
cool.
parts.
So for strength, you can only have one
And she's
skill.
treating them like house
Cool.
cats,
Oh.
essentially,
Cool.
So
'cause
I
she's
would
like
just write 20 in
25 feet
strength
tall.
first off.
Just rate 20.
Yeah, because that's not gonna.
And she's
affect
like,
anything.
Oh, I said that
excuse me, very quietly, so the rest of them don't even notice, like,
And then you have
but
another
what
plus
sort of
one
creature
somewhere.
are
Where
you?
do you want that? Just point it out.
Do charisma.
Am I? I'm a owl, right? Yeah?
You're Gutterkin.
Gutterkin.
Oh, good. That's okay.
And do keep in
I'm a
mind,
Gutterkin.
only the evens.
I don't think
will
I've ever met
boost
one of
you,
those.
Like an actual
Well,
point.
Nice.
You know?
I'm the best
So, like,
one.
if you're rolling
Oh
for
god, am I gonna get
persuasion,
kidnapped?
and
Jesus.
like if you get a 5, you get your charisma bonus.
If I
Kidnapped
do
by a
success,
giant
then
woman.
Would be
That was amazing.
Giant
6 divided by
woman.
plus 2. So having a 17.
Do you guys see what
Eleven.
he just did?
So
What
that
did
doesn't
you
Watch.
do?
Here,
actually
do it
give you
for
anything.
one. Okay, ready?
So either giving
Here,
you
high
plus
five.
2 or giving a plus 1 in odd
Oh,
stat are going to give you the most.
what?
He dabbed on
Dab
me.
on those haters.
I'm not even a hater, but he dabbed on me
Yeah,
good.
so like especially like those plus
Wow.
ones to
Oh.
So
yeah,
impressed.
even ones.
I
That,
got
again,
it
that's
from,
it's the
like,
same
I
thing.
was
You're
Yeah.
not really getting anything.
I'm the
from
best
it.
one, baby.
That's good to know.
Like,
And
if
you
you're adding
help
anything to Constitution, I would just add 2.
you help these people
Yeah,
out.
I'll just add that. to
Very much.
Constitution then.
Very much so. They are
Cheese to the
completely.
back.
I'm just kidding. No, they're not.
Chuck to it back.
They're fine.
Damn.
I feel like they'd be okay without me, but like
No.
I'm
You
helpful.
really wouldn't.
See, I'm trying to be humble. I was just gonna say you all would die without me.
That's a very honest statement.
It's very true.
They would all die if it wasn't for me.
Oh, wow.
All of them.
Well, it's good that you're there. I like
it's
your
like-
armor.
So fun.
Is that
How
what you're
old are
doing? Okay.
You like my snapback too?
So I'm gonna assume you boosted Constitution first.
No,
for
am I
your
not allowed to
benefit.
have a snapback?
I must
You
say
can
no
just
for
add
the
those
purposes of this,
to-
because I already drew you with the damn helmet.
You can just write those in
Um,
16 and 14.
What, in here?
It's okay, I'll
Yeah,
find
you
one.
can just
I'll
change
make
those.
one.
Oh.
If you can invent the snapback,
You'll make
I will allow it.
It's like
But that's gonna
Taco.
take some work.
It is.
That's ooh.
I'm not just gonna give you the invention of the snapback.
Okay.
You have to earn it.
I will. I will.
Yeah.
That's a whole side quest you just took up right there. Good luck.
I know.
Oh, are you too short?
But yeah, they're.
Yeah, so now
Maybe
that you have that
Literally,
figured out,
yeah.
you can write the actual bonuses. in
It's
the
very
here.
brave of you to want to
Plus
take on these things, you and your little friend. Other giants are no easy fight.
Constitution is plus 3.
It's okay.
Intelligence
Especially
plus
for
1,
one so
wisdom
small.
plus 3, charisma plus 3.
Although some
Yeah,
of the
that's what it
beasts
is.
No.
are,
So,
I mean, to be fair, you're like 3 feet tall and
I have a
she's,
Napoleon
What's
complex.
left divided by 2.
you're like 3 feet tall and she's like
Like-
20 something feet
I know.
tall.
Yeah.
10 divided by 2.
She's like very much leaning
Also
down to
subtract
speak
10
with you.
from negative 2.
And so
Aw,
this one would be
cute.
plus 3.
I'm just
Um,
standing like
So anything
this.
above
Yeah.
2 is divided by 2.
Oh.
She's
It
like,
is
tell you
not.
what, I have
No one explains
days are
anything
good.
when they're
this,
helping me
and
out.
she's
That's why
kind of
I'm
like
I don't
half
know what to fucking
listening
do.
to the other conversation, and she's like, tell you what, we don't exactly know what everything
I think at this point I'm having
that the
They sure are, kiddo.
we don't know
And do you have dice?
the names of
Yeah.
everything that the other giants have brought from other continents, but I have this piece of paper. I know what they look like, and perhaps I could draw them for you. I'm quite an artist. And she hands you a blank piece of paper. She's like, that will allow us to send messages.
Plus 3.
I have the other one that is connected to it.
Cool. That's sick. All
Let's
right.
see, for your armor, I'm assuming
Alright, and that, unless you have anything to add,
background is Outlander.
is the end of that.
Got a piece of paper.
Yes. Alright.
Okay.
So, we return back to the main party. You guys have just finished up your conversation with the Cloud Giants, Dramar and Neressa, and you are on your way, no doubt, to speak with the Stone Giants.
Stand up.
Did I give them a fucking name?
So your hit dice.
I
did.
When you came back,
Steinheim.
it's gonna be D10. So
That is the name of their home.
Wait, what?
8 D10.
8
No.
D10?
Not Keely and Keely.
Yeah. And then
So you are on
also
your way
need
to
roll
speak to the stone giants at
7
Steinheim.
D10 to figure out what your actual health is going to be.
And you have been told by
You
the
can start
cloud
doing that if
giants,
you
they will
want.
tell you,
Yeah.
the only way you're going to get an audience with the chief to ask them to basically not take part in the King
it was a
Snur's
paladin.
war is
It
with
was
some
with
kind of
Obadiah
gift.
Barnes, and-
Yes, a gift.
So you just got a pound?
Yeah, I just got a pound.
Got that?
Gift.
Alright.
So,
Yeah.
Something of value that... And
so
that
let's
might
use
not
a
even
different
guarantee that they will
wait,
not
so-
take part in the war. That just
this is for your
guarantees
health,
that you will be
and I
granted
can keep track
audience.
of your
I've got
health.
metal
So,
rope that can tie
For
up
your
ghosts.
first
I
level,
have
you get the full 10
So a
technicality
chain.
plus
Could I
No.
use my favorite
your
enemy to
constitution,
try to
which
see
was
what,
a 2 at
legit
that
metal
point.
rope.
No.
like,
It only
I have-
increased to
I have
16
stone
once you got
giants.
level 4.
Giants would
That's when you
favor
gain the
and
ability
gift.
score.
No,
But I'm just
don't
giving you a
worry.
track
I have something
of
now.
how
Like,
to figure out what you would have gotten.
Right.
So
I have
you start
something
off
now.
with
What I did.
10, 12
She
health,
has
and then
the
for
rune
second
stone.
level, roll for it.
Oh, yeah.
And you reckon with your favorite enemy,
Okay,
like
so-
after Torby
Oh,
shows you
okay,
this
16.
rune stone,
Okay.
yeah, that's
Second
probably a super great gift.
Try
Okay.
again. Actually,
Ro, to
he
catch you up.
does
Hi.
So plus 4.
Hello,
20.
Maddie playing
He does,
Ro.
If you get anything lower
Um,
than the average, he gives you the average.
So you're
Oh, okay.
currently in a fort
Average.
called Fort Falling
Rounded up
Star,
is 6.
far in the
Okay.
northern
And then
mountains
do I
of
still roll
Kiras,
Yeah, so right now you're
with
20
all
health.
your friends, Schmiveldorf, Betch, Mark Zuckerberg,
Fuck you! Oh, I'm sorry.
and
sorry.
Jewel,
Well,
child
damn,
present,
Row.
So
and
you have
Chuggy
to 28
Stonearm.
What?
free.
Well, we said damn
Try
you for
again.
playing row. Yeah, that's fair. That's honestly fair. I miss
There is-
him.
I've been before.
So-
After several weeks of not basically being trapped in here by two large monsters,
Yeah.
escape is not really
I'm gonna
possible.
start writing
Oh,
this
so we're
shit
just
At the
down,
moment?
So 37.
Defeating them you found to be very difficult because anytime you lop something off, they just seem to grow it back
Oh,
later.
hell.
So
You
9.
guys think that would work for me?
No.
Go again.
What are you thinking?
Tensions are getting high and you guys are running out of
There are
food.
like only a few things that do that.
That's 13. You're at
So that was just me filling you in, Ro. Back to the rest of you. You're a day or two travel. You guys arrive at where you believe Steinheim would be.
cool. So
I'm just hanging out with my friend Mark Zuckerberg.
And you know you're probably at the right
80
place
health.
when you see two stone giants who are just kind of casually tossing a boulder between each other. They're just like kind of playing catch and having casual conversation.
Wow. They talk
We're gonna have shit so here in a second. But,
I'm gonna
Oh, hi, Mark.
I'm gonna
Oh, hi, Mark.
I'm
you
gonna
get to
stop
decide whether
Zorn
you want to be a battle master,
behind the
a
rest of the
champion,
group, and I'm gonna say,
or a
um,
Eldritch Knight. Eldritch Knight includes magic. That's kind of complicated.
you've
Master,
you've
you
been
have
a
lot
good
of options for
companion
stuff
so
you can use,
far.
that's so complicated. I
Um,
recommend Eldritch Champion, 'cause it's
and
simple.
Yeah.
We're
I'll go
probably
with
if
about
you
to
do
point
well
Yeah.
with the
So
stone
you can write
giants
that,
and
like, I don't know,
with-
somewhere around your class.
if
whether
you
it's up
keep
here,
doing
whether
well,
it's, like,
I
small
have a
text.
proposition for you that I'd like to talk with you about later.
Alrighty.
In his head, Zorn's like,
What weapons do you use?
And then I
Yeah.
keep going.
Maul.
Would you mind giving
Maul?
me the rundown?
Okay, so
Um,
you're probably not going to care this
yeah,
much
sure.
about archery. Do you want a defense bonus? Do you want?
Alright, you walk up to the stone giants, and as soon as they see you, they get a bit defensive.
Okay, so
One just like catches the boulder in one hand,
Yeah.
it's two-handed, so you can
Wow.
use-
and now he's just kind
I
of.
got a lot of cool first grade.
We come bringing a
You
gift
can do protection.
and would like seek an
If
audience
you're
with your
wielding a
gift.
shield, you give someone disadvantage.
Oh,
on
yeah.
attack roll.
Do you-
Or
and you
two-weapon
present the
fighting-
rune
yeah,
stone?
Two-weapon fighting is useless, so protection,
Alright.
fighting, or defense.
The other one not holding the boulder
Where
comes
do I-
closer,
Which one do you want?
and these
great weapon
giants,
Okay, great weapon fighting.
they have a very stony hide. They almost seem like they're made of stone itself, but not quite. It's still very much flesh. They're wearing pelts of animals. Basically, these aren't the most civilized. They're not wearing armor of any kind, but
You know,
It's-
but it's comfortable.
it seems like they're tough enough that they don't need armor.
Yeah. I mean,
So yeah, you see these large, stony, muscled creature come up to you,
Get extra health.
look you up and down, you and your party up and down, and then he looks at the rune stone in your hand.
Just get your life back.
Wait, what?
You don't get. You don't get temporary hit points, but you get life.
What? And in Giant, he says, "What is your purpose here?"
Right, action surge.
We wish to seek counsel with your chief and try and persuade him to not join
An extra action.
Snur's warpath against
Which space is
small folk.
Alright. Oh, right.
He nods his head and he leads you.
Extra.
And you guys are led to, after a bit of a walk, to a cave entrance. And those of you who don't have dark vision know you're not going to be able to see shit in there. You're not there.
No, this is us, not you guys.
I take out Wayfinder from its sheath and put it just like I put it in my belt.
That's cool. I'm gonna produce flame.
I'm the only one with dark vision
Oh.
here, I realize.
No, I have
Oh,
Oh, you do? Okay, cool.
to make things simple, Zafrab is like, I gotta go home. Because
Really?
I don't have Jordan's character sheet.
No,
He's
in
like-
character I'm giving Zaphram shit.
Oh, okay, you know what?
Now I can't see.
Something sort of came up, and
An alarm went off at his shop.
yeah, as you guys are walking, like, Mordenkainen just sort of teleports near you. It's like, no time to explain! Wizard shit! Grabs Zafrab, and they teleport out.
I just I unsheath Wayfinder and I put it back in my belt and I do
I
the
just put a dot right
Luminos.
here as what remarkable
Okay, yeah.
athletes gives
So
you
Torvi takes out her
half
rapier,
I don't think the stone giant's
half your
threatened by a
proficiency.
tooth.
lights it.
Yeah, no.
So yeah, now you guys have light as you walk through this cave.
It's a giant. Or no, my other one's a giant.
So
Yeah.
Just gonna go ahead.
Alright, and you guys are walking through this cave, and you're taken through a series of caverns.
Right, Maul.
And you're trying to kind of keep track where you are, and it's not the easiest thing where it is.
I think so.
And after about 5-10 minutes of walking through these caverns, and you guys are looking at very nice stone giant stone artwork
Yeah. Okay, so
throughout
it's
these
2d6.
caverns, carved on the wall.
Maul, 2d6.
The only person who can really it's very odd and foreign to most of you, or Ungandir can kind of get most of it.
Oh, nice.
You can write
um,
heavy two-handed, but
And as you guys are walking through this cave system, you hear the clanking of armor. Big armor.
It's impressions.
And as you see coming from
I have a lot
a
of
different
those.
corridor
Oh, no.
in these stone caverns, you see a torch.
Oh, no, wait. Can you see it?
Is it it's a very big torch. isn't it?
Yes.
That's down
And
here.
as you're in a large open
Why
cavern,
can't you?
you see
There they are.
what is holding the torch. As you pass through and you're being
Oh,
brought
wait, going that way?
to a different tunnel than they
I know this.
came out of.
that's the other thing I was trying to figure out.
3 fire giants, joined by 2 creatures, the likes of which you have none of you have ever seen before. I want everyone to be quiet for this because this is an important moment. These 3 fire giants are all very distinctive in their own ways, and they are accompanied by 2 very large dogs that seem to almost emanate flame. They seem to almost glow from the outside, and they have this evil, heinous look to them. And they're much larger than any dog should be. One of the fire giants appears to be a normal fire giant wearing plate mail, wielding a large greatsword. Another one is wielding 2 large tower shields that have spikes on them.
Oh.
You get choose.
Oh god.
And the third,
You get.
the funny thing about the third is I don't have to describe this guy really if I didn't want to, because every single one of you has seen him before. He's on the player handbook.
Oh.
Wait, this guy?
SHIT.
You see a large fire giant, so powerful you can see tiny lights in his eyes, a full
Down to the
beard.
dogs.
He is wearing a cloak made of white dragon hide.
Hello?
Hello?
Hello.
He wears full black plate mail armor and on his back is a very large great sword
Can I dab on people?
covered in runes that almost seem to glow.
That's awesome.
Happy birthday.
Well, I like how for Megs it was all fun and games, and now for yours it's like, hey,
Get fucked, idiot.
what a bombshell.
We're not.
Like this?
Oh, we could take it.
God.
They don't seem.
Oh, wait,
Uh,
Don't even threaten
shut your mouth.
We're
Wait,
players,
do
we're
they
gods,
see
right?
us?
They see you, but they don't seem to pay you too much mind.
No,
they
they
seem
don't care.
quizzical.
Oh my
Snur kind of
God.
gives you a single glance, looks at you curiously,
Oh God.
and then continues walking on.
Curious, curious.
And you realize that's the leader of this entire war against small folk.
Very far.
You can call
He
me
doesn't
Schmidt.
even acknowledge our existence.
Oh, he
And
will. One
They
day.
follow him.
I'm also a noble.
The stone giants follow him, don't they?
You don't know that yet. They haven't
Call me
taken a
Schmidt
side
as
yet,
well.
as
No,
far as you know.
the reason we're here is to convince them to not join him.
Listen.
But he's
Okay, but if
there.
he finds out that we're here to do that,
He doesn't care.
Dragon.
Well, he doesn't care yet. So.
Person.
he doesn't care
What's a
yet.
one?
He looked at all of us, right? And
Yeah.
just didn't even care.
He doesn't
He
care about
probably
you guys.
doesn't know what we're doing.
And he walks and he continues.
What?
And bar any intervention of any kind,
Nope.
he just exits the cavern system as far as you guys know.
Okay.
His business here is done.
Oh, okay.
Do I see Waith on him?
He's not the one who wields Waiths, no.
Okay.
We went over this.
I don't remember who wields Waith.
It's the
Not
frost
him.
giant, right?
It is a cloud giant
You're a frost giant.
Oh, it's
That's
a cloud
right.
giant. That's right.
who is not a nice person.
Yeah, that's right.
You guys are brought, after that very scary panic attacky moment, to a large audience chamber where you see the chief of the stone giants basically like slowly carving a large sculpture. And in giant, basically this guard addresses him as Chief Boronkongtem and says basically these small folk are here to plead with you. And he presents him the rune stone. And he looks at it, nods his head, and then he sits down cross-legged to listen to you.
Okay. He wants to talk.
I don't speak giant.
Who
so-
has the highest charisma? Well, have at it.
Huh?
That's fun.
Oh, thanks. Thanks,
I'll
buddy.
back you up, I guess.
Thank you.
I can help some, I guess.
Do you speak giant?
I do.
Yeah.
They said you
No.
did, you liar.
I never said that.
They said you
You
did, you
weren't
cunt.
even here.
Damn.
That was the best one yet.
Fuck.
What do you say to this large giant man?
He's just sitting there.
He's looking at you stone-faced.
Yeah.
Come on.
What was Snow's business with you?
King Snur.
I asked you to translate for me.
King Snur.
I asked you to translate for both of them.
Hires us as builders
But the one
for their keep. We help escort. But we have already begun that. Mine and another tribe. We have been asked to marshal forces and aid him.
Wow, I saw that coming.
Common and draconic, by the way.
ask what would make him deny Snur's request.
It's too blunt.
In a
Stone
way
giants are
Did you-
independent, so stone giants are independent. Ask him why he would want to join with him.
Why would you want to join with Snow? What has he offered you?
It is a chance for glory, for honor.
What
ask
honor
what
is there
more-
in killing things that you dwarf? It's like me slapping a fly and claiming as honor in that.
But if that flies really
Do you know what I'm really good at?
you feel good
Climbing
about
up
it.
the wall. I stand on something.
You will.
And I grab the top and then start pushing my feet up.
There is monetary gain, social gain, many things.
And you know what
Territorial
a kid's
gain.
really good at?
Many of these are
I saw
not
this
nearly
kid at
enough
church,
for my folk.
And he's
We
really
are
good.
content,
He like
and
runs
I
up to
still
the wall and
consider
puts his
it.
feet and flips on the wall and lands
I
on
have
his feet.
accepted no offer.
Understood. I'll tell you what would bring you glory. Turning against him.
Julian's only 10 years old.
You can have all the fire giants territory.
Hey, don't sit on me.
We need help.
Stone, one stone tribe cannot defeat the armies that Snore has amassed. No.
I'm not asking you to defeat an army. We're asking you to help us defeat
What if I
him.
take it?
If he falls, the rest of his army falls apart.
Probably definitely sit on you.
I am sorry, I do not speak giant. Do you speak common?
Grabbed his leg and then I just pushed up.
He says, what did she say?
Get a face full
She
of balls.
said she don't speak giant, but she speaks common and wants to know if you speak common, but
No.
obviously you don't speak common, so no.
What about?
If Snow dies, the Frost
you wanna tell
Giants will go back to raiding, and the Hill Giants will go back to being stupid.
I wanted
If
to
he
say.
falls, all of his territories fall.
You're asking too much of a single tribe. You have to.
I wanted
You
to
have
say
to
that.
at least make them neutral. That was
Um,
the
now I lost it.
I'm negotiating. I'm leaving the.
You're
I'm
asking them
leaving
to
him,
take on the fire.
I'm leaving him to bring.
He said he had
It's much more
accepted no
secure if he
offer.
brings up staying neutral. If he brings up them staying neutral.
We were saying diplomatic.
Oh, I wanted to ask what offer he would accept.
Anything of that?
Why would you quarrel with the small folk? After,
Where he belongs.
like, stone giants are typically just mind their own business, right? Like, they don't typically.
When they're left alone.
Right.
And from what you know, this is the closest giant territory to small folk.
Right.
I don't know. I'm just thinking aloud. Sorry.
Yeah.
What does he have on you?
He has nothing on me.
So he offered you nothing but.
I have a chance for my people to not be bothered
Shamirnoff. I don't know his name.
by small folk settlers.
Zoran,
Yeah,
would
sure.
you mind passing along a message for me?
Yeah.
I asked you to say what I
Oh.
Just-
Shit. What did you say?
I said.
It's a good idea. Trust me. This one with. Good idea.
Shut up.
How big are you?
I said
Good
you have
idea.
accepted no offer from Snur. What offer would you accept from somebody else?
If he hasn't accepted an offer from Smur,
He said he had accepted no offer from Snur.
he accepted an offer from Smur. So what?
You translate that? Your call.
What would you need to stay neutral?
You look like capable warriors.
We are indeed capable.
That didn't happen in the
That's
game.
it.
Sorry.
That's it. Just capable.
You wear weapons. But not even you, no matter how mighty you are, could hope to defeat my entire tribe. But perhaps two are not beyond your limits.
Well, you want us to fight two of your kin.
No. Two exiles from the far reaches of the north. Exiles from Grugno's tribe. Settle in our mountains. Dwarves and other small folk we can drive away from our mountains. But these ones are stronger than stone.
Just a little thing I like putting on my hand.
Drive out these
Like a little
exiles,
gun that shoots out
these
bullets.
abominations.
Abominations.
Hmm.
What are they?
You want some?
Giant, but no longer giant.
What is he saying? Do you translate to me?
No, I'm paying attention.
Do you translate to me?
I could, but I want to figure this. Hold on, I'll translate to you in a second.
Okay, I'm just like,
I'm trying to
We'll
figure
let
this
you
out.
know once the meeting's done. Okay?
I can't participate
The
then.
adults are talking. I'm just gonna.
Get me a coffee.
Frost abominations.
No problem. I have a big one.
Good.
But I don't know if I'll have that one right now.
Show that one.
We'll do it. Do you need any proof?
Big. This is really big.
Alright.
I'm all about science.
Bring me one of their heads.
Bring a head.
Here, I got it.
Fine.
Let's go right.
Oh, they want us to bring.
I think
We're
I'm
gonna.
just gonna go with the little size.
We're gonna need more people.
And then I'm just gonna say a
Let's
giant
pretend
with
this
honor,
is a little
and then
drip of
I'm gonna
water
start
or what
leaving.
this is really.
All right,
They're
I'm a
little
follow.
one and done kind of
little
people.
drip
Yep.
of water.
you guys
That was
leave,
the only chance.
I nod my head and leave.
This is like a waterfall.
and with that, you head out.
We're killing 2 stone giants.
Frost giants. Not
Frost,
stone giants.
frost
Frost
giants.
giants.
We're killing 2 giants. It makes no difference to me.
Two
Right, that's
giants,
what we
one
do?
stone.
You guys are given directions basically to where you need to go, and you make your way up to what the stone giants tell you is an abandoned fort
Here we
of
go.
small folk.
There they are.
It's just completely different fort.
You know something?
Could you imagine?
It's the fort right next to the
Yeah.
other one.
Hi, you come to the wrong castle.
It's like Skyrim. They're just fucking
We
everywhere.
burst down the door. It's just a
You
guy
can't-
eating dinner.
Hello?
There he is.
That's my number 2
He is an abomination of a frost giant.
Oh my god.
Get him!
He's so small.
Oreos on the house.
It's Loki. Get him.
Huh?
All I heard was Oreos.
Ro, Schmiveldorf, Betch,
Shalom.
You can call me Mark.
Oh yeah.
Mark, Jewel.
He's Jewish as well.
Who would be on watch out of all of you?
Yeah.
What?
I think
You're
I.
up to.
What's all of your classes?
Your group is
Cleric.
started.
Cleric, sorcerer,
I-
fighter.
wait,
What are you? Paladin.
I'm a human.
We have a human paladin, Ro.
Damn it.
Ro
Capriolis.
Capriolis.
You're a paladin.
Jewel
I'm
the
a paladin
Tabaxi
too.
sorcerer.
You can call me Doe Eyes if you want.
Mark Zuckerberg, the lizard folk
What's his
cleric.
name?
Ro
I'm Ro.
Capriolis.
My
No.
best friend calls me Doe Eyes.
Brother,
though.
right?
Oh, that's
My
Romeo.
best friend.
Okay.
That's my
He's
nephew.
my best
What about his character?
Chuggy Stonearm,
Chuggy's
the
watching.
dwarf. Actually, Chuggy probably has the best perception.
I was gonna say not only that, he's the only other dwarf.
Yeah. Schmiveldor, Ramsay.
Together.
I can see the
Ramsay.
color orange.
Ramsay, yeah.
I got.
Whoa.
Can you guys see the
passive
color
perception.
orange?
Dwarf fighter. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, actually, that's probably best. Okay. So, and Betch, the Dragonborn warrior. So,
You're on watch.
Mark Zuckerberg, you're probably
How to bring him back.
like on top
I missed
of the
him.
fort, and it's snowing, and it's your least favorite time of the day when it's your turn to take watch, because you're lizard folk and you're cold and you miss the
This
swamp
one
a
is
little bit.
blue.
Uh,
I don't know what flavor.
even though you don't realize you're lizard folk.
By their color.
So yeah, you're wrapped up
Oh my
in winter
God.
clothes,
I'm sorry, I just got the joke. You dumb shithead. Sorry.
and you're being sneaky. You're being sneaky because you don't want the monsters to know you're there.
Fucking ass.
Otherwise, you know, they might toss a freaking boulder at you. So you're looking up through a parapet, up on top, keeping watch. You move every so often, or you just stay eerily still.
I'm a really bumbly lizard folk, by the way.
Oh,
Not
shit.
Quiet.
Oh.
Okay.
Good.
All of a sudden, all you hear is like, oh shit!
It's like leaves.
He just has a glass of water.
My bad.
God, I have a great new idea.
What god do you worship?
I did not decide a god.
Okay.
George.
Ask me which god I worship. Ask me.
What god do you worship?
All of them.
Wow.
Okay.
Wow.
I'm so excited.
For now, there's a range of good options. There's Bahamut. There's Tyr.
Go with Bahamut.
Bahamut's cool.
Okay.
Bahamut.
Yeah, and you
In a
see
funny
that your
voice.
your prayers have been answered because you see people
It's not
coming
that
down the
Bahamut.
road.
Bahamut.
Oh no, I love it.
But then you realize you see people coming down the road. One especially big dude. One especially
Can I be on
small
your
person
shoulder?
Sure.
Are you gonna?
Yes.
Wait, are you gonna let us
on
know?
the big
though?
dude's shoulders.
Oh my
Are
god.
you gonna let us know?
Are you the
And then
alpha
the
male?
second
Let
thought
us
occurs
know.
to you. Oh God, there's people on the road, and they probably don't know what's out there.
I don't wear glasses though.
So you know
Will you
I
hand
Let's-
him his little funnel?
So
If
where
you
are
find me
they?
some, if you
Jonathan.
find me some
And
glasses,
where are
I'll
the
wear them.
monsters?
Their character.
At the moment, you
is
don't
the
know, but
alpha
you know they're
male
probably
Tootsie Roll
nearby.
Pop commercials.
What?
1, 2.
3.
What if it really wasn't
Fair.
someone just sitting there?
I'm gonna
just sitting there?
duck down a little bit,
What
hold
if
my
I was just
shield
sitting
above
there,
my
like,
head,
with your uniform?
What's that?
and
What am I
cast light so the shield is like reflecting the light from my face, and like flash it at them so they can like see. that
Is
there's
someone
something out
playing
there.
the disco? What's going on?
What? No.
Yeah, you guys see.
bright
That's,
ass
no, that's
Bright
great. Yeah,
lights.
you guys.
Run away.
That's actually very.
You guys are getting a light flashed in your eyes.
Run away!
Ow! Hello?
Ow! How
Hello?
far away are they
But
from
when
me?
there's a
Do we hear any of this?
I mean, probably.
No, you're inside a fort and you're considering eating your boots at this point.
Wow. That's desperate.
Considering. Oh wait, my boots are
I'm
magical.
gonna make my
I'm
Are
gonna
they?
start string on my shirt. They're
Or is that-
boots of spring.
Alright.
Oh yeah, okay, that's cool.
Igor.
Yeah, it was. That's
Eric,
actually.
can I make a
Rope.
Stop it. Perception check to see if there's any giant tracks around?
Are you? Who's a druid?
Yeah.
Do we
None
have
of
a
us.
druid in here?
There's two
That
druids
Hey,
and there's a
can you
ranger.
grow me some grass?
Oh my god.
With advantage, yeah? Is there
Yeah.
advantage?
Hey, you can't just like in your hands.
Uh,
Oh, thanks.
Perception?
We're just-
Yeah.
Yes!
18.
Don't you dare make me mend your shirt.
What's literally Zorn?
With the snow falling,
I
you
got
don't
my
find
drink
any
and make me
tracks.
some grass.
But you notice as you're coming upon this small fort that is tucked against a cliff wall, you notice it looks like there's been a few boulders thrown in it, and you can see the telltale marks of a giant attack.
Grass that's really good.
Fine.
And then I have to
And you see this light being shined at your guys' faces.
Do you
I'm
relay
gonna
this?
You hear a cow sound around
What?
the corner.
That there are giants here?
Everyone, there's more flesh.
We were told there are giants here and there's big
outside
stairs
of the
everywhere.
fort.
It's
Yeah.
obvious.
There's
It's a little.
Okay.
Everyone, shush! Mark Zuckerberg is warning you guys.
Oh shit.
There are flesh. There are flesh covered people like myself outside of the fort.
There's more.
Oh goodness. Are they friends?
I don't trust them.
There are people coming?
I don't know, but they don't look like the scary monsters.
These
They
lights!
don't look like
The light was so bright!
Should we?
I'm on the ground.
Are they
I
gonna
cannot
come
see.
like help us?
Blinded by the light.
Cast cure wounds on your eyes.
Have you tried talking to
They
them?
might
I stick
have
my
food.
head out and I say, hello!
Hey!
I heard it!
Hello!
Wait, I'm coming too. Hi!
I
I'm just sitting on your shoulder.
Yeah, all these people are sticking their heads out of
Wait, do
windows.
you have any way to talk to them with magic, perhaps?
You're all
You have
probably.
an accent?
I don't know. I'm figuring out my character voice.
Okay.
It might be.
Hey!
I've played with it a lot,
Not
but I
today.
haven't settled.
Yesterday I
I
did, but today I don't.
Oh no, I need to
Okay.
Extended rope?
No.
But I'm
my
assuming that
magic
is your
rope.
character voice.
Just wave at you with my
Changing
wing.
clothes.
Hello!
You have a wing. What
Yeah, I'm
are
a Gutterkin!
Yeah.
I'm an
Yeah.
owl
Give me
person.
some of them.
I technically have his
She's the
clothes.
Tootsie Roll Pop
Oh,
owl.
so just give me like. The
We will get to what
cutting
everyone
it
looks like
and
in a moment.
wrapping,
I'm an owl
Um,
You have a
person.
monocle?
an arrowhead.
No, I don't. I have a
So-
snapback.
This was an option.
Linen.
I have some
Yeah.
questions.
wait. What sort of creatures have we seen?
It's
Is it
probably
just giants?
spandex,
What sort
but
of
okay.
type?
We'll get to that in a minute.
Eric.
What?
Hey,
I'm very
I took-
upset.
I took some of his shirt
About
that he got
me
from
being an owl
Gladys,
person?
Yes.
ripped it,
Did
and
you
wrapped
wanna
it
be an
around
animal
arrow,
person?
And I'm gonna light it with a firebolt and shoot
Obviously,
it over.
yeah.
The shirt
You're right.
repairs itself. Fuck you. No, I'm fucking.
No!
I needed something. I'm gonna wrap the arrow with linen and light it with firebolt and shoot it over.
I mean,
the board.
Firebolt?
That-
Wait,
Jack!
but why?
As a signal.
Wait, so you're shooting.
What is that telling
I'm
us?
arcing over.
Yeah, but what is
Yeah,
that?
I'm arcing it over.
But what does that let us know?
Over the
We've already
border.
seen you.
Can I ask how close is?
No, never mind. It doesn't matter. I see
Wait, they're
flaming
shooting
arrows.
at us?
What the? Wait! Fuck! Get inside! Get inside!
What are you
shooting?
shooting? Stop, but I'm watching it. I'm like,
Wait!
Yeah,
hey!
fire arrow.
Through
I'm like,
the
why
crack.
are you
Stop
Why
that!
are you firing a fire arrow?
How high up?
Who goes there?
How
It's
high
like
up are they?
super
You see someone
fucking loud.
tripping out,
That was
taking
that
like
was
shrooms in the
pretty
corner, like,
scary.
oh,
No, I'm yelling through the door at these
gave up.
fuckers.
We hear you have a giant problem.
At that moment,
Oh shit.
as you
Like a
say
loose
that,
Sails out of the window.
Actually, it's
say
a
that
huge problem.
a giant boulder lands and hits the cliffs right by you.
Run
And
away!
you look at its trajectory
Gotta go! Wait, by
And you
us or by them?
by them
Oh, okay.
outside, and you see
Wait, by us?
No, by
By,
us.
by the silver arrows, the
not by
outside
4
team.
people.
No,
like,
by
Yeah, 4
us.
people or out people?
Not
Out
4
people.
people.
Not
people.
4 people.
We are 4 people, not 4
We are
people.
Fortnite.
Oh my god.
Fortnite and Silver Arrow.
You see, about 70 feet
Please,
away,
can that be your group name?
emerging from an alcove, a frost giant unlike any you have ever seen, and you haven't seen a lot.
Man, he's ugly.
You see this massive frost giant come out wielding a wicked axe made of stone and bone and wood,
Sick
We're gonna
as
have to roll
fuck.
for it.
That's
wearing
Sounds
pelts
fragile,
and
to be
patchwork
honest.
armor.
Yeah,
But
pretty
by
cool.
far the most
go.
disturbing
Probably sick
thing
looking, though.
Yeah?
is
You
the
got, like, a
multiple
face on the
heads growing out of its shoulder, out of the side of
I
its
wanna
hip.
poke it.
So when you say
It's not
multiple
Hydra.
creatures, like
It's pretty
I
damn
think
close.
I think their mom was doing drugs when they were in the womb.
probably a lot.
Julie!
I
Probably
don't
like
think that would cause
some
that.
peyote.
Are there
A
2
lot
of
of
them? Or
drugs.
just
For the
Only
record,
one at the moment.
I'm
At the
casting
moment,
Shield
okay.
of Faith.
I
Shield
cast
of Faith.
Hex on the one that
You're
I see.
dead. Shut up.
Okay, yeah, I'd like everyone to roll initiative.
Yep.
Hey,
Ooh.
I'm glad I cast a spell.
Yes.
4 people? Fortitude?
Yes.
4 people
Everybody.
as well.
We are Fortitude.
Oh, Fortitude? Brilliant.
Fortitude.
Alright.
Awesome.
Add your dexterity.
Oh, I
by the
thought it
way.
was 1.
And
Okay,
that's
that's
your-
slightly
Next
more. That's
Yeah, so
slightly
you actually get
22.
negative 1 to
It's a
initiative.
7.
So you
22
rolled
for
a
me.
12, right?
Yeah, I got
So
11.
yeah.
17, Eric.
Who got over 20?
Hey, what's up?
Jonathan, that's it? Okay,
Wow.
let me find your thingy.
Get
I
ready
have a
to
new
die.
I
way
can't remember if you add
of
stuff.
recording this.
Oh
Alright,
my fucking god.
I got
19.
10.
19, 18,
17.
So I have
17,
9.
17, that's Tyler.
9.
That's so handy.
Honestly,
That's so
I know, I
That's
like
really
it.
amazing because I always
16.
roll pretty bad for initiative.
15.
15.
15.
What the fuck, guys? Okay, I have no dexterity, so
Oh,
I'm at the
oh,
bottom.
tell
What about
me.
you guys?
I have 5.
So,
6.
you're at the- did you
I
get
have
15 as
9.
well?
I rolled a 6. It's
Get
a
the
7 minus
get
1.
Get the fuck get
No.
what the shit. Okay, you? What's your
Oh.
dex?
+2.
Okay, so
Alright, 14, 13,
Oh, wait.
12, 11.
Woo!
Yeah.
Yeah, Pets, let's go!
Let's get it.
10,
Ah, this is gonna be bad.
As many things.
Oh my god.
9,
Fight it.
Single digits coming in.
8,
Coming in hot.
All of them like
Seven.
now one.
Don't worry.
6,
Whoa! Alright.
In the bottom! Yeah!
You know, it's good though. You're a cleric. You gotta see what happens first. you
Oh
know?
my! I thought you were
I mean,
gonna.
I
I'm
Yeah.
also a healer, so
No, the.
Alright,
good.
and let's roll
Powerbomb.
initiative.
Get
for
crazy.
these.
Get wild.
Oh,
get
Eric, don't I have
party,
that
get
thing?
wild.
I'm playing my cat.
My character's theme song.
What thing?
The
That
aura
Ken
of protection!
Craft 400.
Yes.
Oh.
Can I? That's already
oh,
activated, yes?
That is
I
saving
have
throws,
that
but
too.
yes.
So you can use that for your team
Dude,
too!
I haven't heard
Yeah,
that song in so
but
long.
they have to be within 10 feet of me.
So aren't you all in the same police?
Or Sugar
90
Hill
feet.
Gang.
And then all my team is
The
with
same,
me.
please?
Yeah. So
So,
if we all
double
stick
protection.
together,
Backwards
or
Delight by
protection.
Sugar
I
Hill
can't remember what
Gang.
it
Oh
does.
my
It
god.
gives,
I don't remember
It gives
either.
us
It gives a
+2 on
bonus.
saving throws,
yes,
right?
it gives you
Yeah.
a
So
bonus
close.
equaling your charisma to saving
+2
throws.
on saving throws.
+2.
You also have protection fighting, so you can use your shield to impose disadvantage when someone tries to attack an ally who's right next to you as your reaction.
That's pretty
You also have the all or nothing coin, which means you don't. If you want to make an attack roll, you can
Oh,
choose
yeah.
to not roll and just flip a coin.
Oh,
If it's
I didn't know I
heads, it's
had
auto
that.
crit,
Oh,
and
I
if
do.
tails,
It's written
auto
down.
fail,
Never mind.
yeah.
All right, I wrote that down for you
Cool.
Thank you.
because they decided to give it to you.
Oh, cool. All right.
And
So
now-
yeah, first up in initiative, outside this
healer.
fort
Oh.
Orungandir.
Cool. I'm gonna just start running towards the giant.
Wow.
Yeah,
clapping
okay.
after you.
He's 70 feet away.
Cool.
Oh wow. So have
You
fun
all-
with no
yeah.
protection.
I'm going to wild shape into a bear.
Okay.
This is getting awesome.
Mm-hmm.
So,
What do you mean getting awesome?
Are you gonna cast it?
He ran into a fire giant.
well,
that was
actually,
absurd
hold on.
in the
Let me see.
freaking-
Well, I was.
How far away is it from each
So
of
now
us?
that
From
I'm
each of our
here-
respective groups?
From you guys,
Yeah.
it's about, we'll say 100 feet, the giant. And then from their group, it's about 70 feet.
I have an Ikawa.
Orungandir, what are you doing?
I forget what an Ikawa
Actually,
is.
You know
Oh,
what?
it's like
Before
what- have you
I
seen
wild
Black Panther?
shape, I'm gonna try and
Yeah.
That's what a
get him
Corday
with
has.
Earthbind.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
What does he have to do for Earthbind?
So,
Like that's
Yeah.
Okay.
And then I have a warhammer like Thor.
doesn't seem.
Okay, but
can
how
do
are you
anything
wielding
here.
a spear?
Oh shit, he can't
It
do
must be a
anything?
small
No, of course
spear,
you
like
can
a
do something,
toothpick.
What do you?
This
Earthbind.
is for flying
Yeah.
creatures.
Oh, only.
Oh, I stole your
It doesn't really have an effect
Okay then, never mind.
if they're not flying.
Lol.
Fuck.
JK.
And I'm just gonna go back and do my original plan. Is try and distract the things.
No one won't catch you. You just
Okay.
Yeah.
You
I'm
got
I'm a
eggs?
brown bear.
across the rooms and then just
All right, you are a brown bear, and do you have any action you would like to do?
This is one.
I'm good.
I'm
Yeah, buddy.
gonna-
Lord of the
I'm gonna
Rings
pick
one.
what I
I'm
want
gonna
to
roar
do
at him
with my power.
and try and intimidate.
Um,
Or maybe not.
Do it.
I mean, I'm not opposed to
I'm
it.
gonna try.
Go for it.
If this works, I'm gonna lose my mind.
I'm gonna tell you this.
Y'all gonna think.
It just,
I'm
it
gonna
runs.
grab
You go to roar and it's like
That's
and
it.
then and then
Okay.
and then
So
grab on and
where
then
is it?
tie
Where's
on the
intimidation?
giant's throat and then just keep
Charisma.
okay, yeah. So that's 18.
Ooh.
It's good. It's a very intimidating roar.
Okay, but it's not.
Those of you in the fort are like, "Fuck, there's bears now."
Not supposed to intimidate
run a
everyone
bear.
else.
It
Oh
takes
my god.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
it takes a
Oh
lot
my
to
God.
intimidate
I'm
it.
scared.
It takes a lot to make a giant afraid of a bear, though.
Alright.
So he doesn't appear
It
to
doesn't
just-
be
take a
too
lot
big.
to make me afraid of
It's a
bears.
big
I wanted
puppy.
him to think about
That's
it.
a
you know?
big puppy.
Have you seen what bears do to things like
Does
me?
anyone have
It's
anything
scary.
small?
I'm just gonna try and distract the thing while
Like,
it's
what sort of
happening.
small thing?
You know,
All right.
I lost
Everybody
a lot
else
of my
can
friends
move
to
up and
bears,
get
you know
ready.
that?
I'll be fine.
Your friends were what?
Karina.
I lost a lot of my
First of
friends
all,
to bears, so thanks for
Gonna
bringing that up.
hunter's mark that
Oh.
It's pets.
giant.
I'm so
Candies.
sorry.
I was gonna swear and then I realized
All
not.
my friends were
Um,
in the Feywild.
and
I
I'm gonna
love
take.
Shows my old character.
That's where I'm from.
Yeah, I'm gonna.
I found my D12.
Is it a free action to call out?
Let's find out.
Yeah, hey, we can hold this.
Together.
I don't need a D12 for Jack Squat, so.
They are
outside. No.
What hand?
Yeah.
Right hand. Did I get it?
Oh.
he was gonna be like, no.
I just
I'd say I know a couple magic tricks, and that's why, but I don't know any magic tricks at all.
Yeah, it's free action.
He's like, I don't want to lie to a child.
It's a free.
but-
It's a free action.
Why
To
children
call
are
out,
the
yeah.
easiest to
So
like.
I'm gonna call oath
Is
on him.
Santa real?
I'm gonna loose an arrow at him,
All right.
and I get an advantage because he hasn't acted, right?
Yes, you do.
So let's kill the giant.
I see an eyelash right there.
It's 100 feet from the lake. That's too far.
I wish I could hit my car.
14.
That does not hit.
Yep.
So yeah, you shoot an arrow at him, and it just sticks in his patchwork armor
Cool.
Can I
His
talk
belly
to
button.
him?
of this big blue-skinned bearded
We can
behemoth.
talk to him.
Well, I
Let's-
think.
Let's persuade
Maybe
our
we
way
And
should-
out
unless
of
you'd
this.
like to move,
He threw a boulder at us.
unless you'd like to move, that's all you can do.
Who else can speak giant? Let's persuade our way out of this.
Seeing as how I don't need to keep him in range for Hunter's Mark, I'm just gonna. There's nothing I can, like. Yeah, I'll just back up. I'll just get away.
Towards the fort, away
Towards
from
the
the fort. Okay.
I don't have anything for today.
Next up, Meg. What does Torby do?
Did I get my hex on him before initiative?
That's my ice water. There it is.
I'm gonna say no.
Okay. Then,
Is that a? Is that a? I didn't write it down. Is that a bonus action?
It's a bonus
What
action.
is
It's a bonus
this?
action.
Okay. Then I will do hex on him,
All right.
and then I will loose
Dr. Pepper with a hint of Fanta because they didn't clean
One-
their shit properly.
If you're gonna do some magic arrows, do it.
Yeah,
It's not like a
I
one
need
in
the
it.
book though.
Xanathars?
Yeah.
What are you trying to do?
Is it here?
She's doing
It's here.
arcane archer stuff.
I'm gonna loose 2 arrows.
Oh, I see.
Not clean properly.
Probably gonna.
Let the arrows fly.
Yeah.
Ba-boom.
They were like, what are you drinking? And I was like, Dr. Pepper with a hint of Fanta.
Nice.
I'll find my own choice.
Okay.
Love it,
Is it
keep
the
on
exploding
McDonald's.
one, the not
Oh, you're
exploding
getting
one?
good at
What
the
do you got?
pronoun thing. Where do you go?
Hmm?
I said you're getting good at the pronoun thing. Where do you go?
It's just to upset you later because
Don't make me tell you.
swear to God, you do a throwdown. Bitch.
Nice.
Okay, I'm gonna try and
Good job.
do
I give you an A
grasping
for
arrow on him.
Okay, grasping
Oh,
arrow.
man,
Yeah,
there's-
go for
I
it.
got a high
Okay.
grade.
Is it strength save?
Well,
Well, you gotta
Uh,
hit, huh?
No, this is a.
-4.
This
not
is.
how that happens.
Let me read. If you're gonna take forever. Come on.
Yeah, it is a strength.
Okay, yeah.
Okay, do you roll the attack?
Here, read it.
Wait,
So
It's
I can-
athletics.
yeah, I'll roll the attack. Yeah.
Dare you.
Ranger?
If I get in close enough, I will.
Mm-mm.
Oh.
What attack?
Fighter.
Fighter?
Arcane
That's
archer.
aggressive.
Okay, that is a
Step on you.
9.
That won't hit.
We should think about that.
Yeah.
Do
Cool.
you have a second
I'm quite
attack?
Scaly. It's like stepping
Yeah,
on a Lego.
Okay.
Throw Legos at him.
You haven't used up one of your shots. You decide when it hits.
Okay. So then,
The glass cannon is very
So
much
I
glass,
haven't
not much
Yeah.
cannon
used
in it.
another.
You haven't used a shot. Arcane shot.
So I can
Go ahead and
use
roll
it
your second
again.
attack. Yeah.
Oh, okay. That's an 18 plus 5.
That will hit.
So yeah. So I roll a. This has been so long. Okay, I roll a d8 plus what does it say there?
Which one?
Okay, so yeah, you roll your d8,
Oh my
and it
God.
takes an extra 2d6 poison damage. Its speed is reduced by 10 feet,
Yeah.
and it takes 2d6 slashing damage the first time on each turn it moves 1 foot or more without teleporting.
Okay.
Nice. Okay.
Okay, so that's.
That's it.
22.
Alright, yeah, he takes 22 points of damage. Where's my pencil?
That's
There
a
it is.
lot of damage.
That's a lot of damage.
Get him!
No.
You know what?
That's a lot of
We haven't
damage.
seen the second one yet, right?
Nope.
No.
Is he bloodied?
No.
No, not
I have
even.
a plan.
There have been 2
I'm
turns.
gonna impress the DM.
Maybe
Hey,
owl
that's
with
the
a plan.
closest one yet.
An owl with a plan.
I am.
Plan.
Alright, what do you want to do,
I
Meg?
have
You're
a
out of
plan.
pretty much everything
Actually
except
don't.
movement.
I don't know what I'm
Or
doing.
action surge?
That's true.
You could also.
So yeah, you
Zone of truth.
take this little, you point
I'll get him.
with this little new keychain you've got with the Eye of Newt on it.
I'm
You
gonna
hex
go
this
face
giant.
the truth
Oh wait, hex.
You did that. Yeah, you get a roll hex damage.
about
You
why
did that.
he wants
I
to
did?
fight. Maybe he
Didn't you?
just needs a
You said that you
hug.
did it as a
Maybe
bonus
he needs
action.
therapy
Yeah, but I
session.
didn't roll extra damage for it.
Roll damage for it.
Okay.
Maybe the giant just needs a therapy session.
And what? does
One.
he- what? Okay.
We can all be
What?
therapists.
What?
Good little hunting moment. It's
What
not your fault.
type of ability check does he have disadvantage
It's
on?
not your fault.
Let's give him
It's not your fault.
strength.
No, it's
All right.
Caitlin's.
I'm gonna move.
Oh, I got it.
How far away
I
are
do
they?
not have.
70 feet.
Peter, you a cat person? A cat person?
Gonna have to
Nice.
head out.
I'm
Look at
gonna,
us
I have
being
like 13
animals.
minutes, but
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
just saying everybody else needs
I'm
to
an
take
owl.
their turn faster.
I'm a gutter
Yeah.
king.
No.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, like, I'm an
Sorry.
owl.
I'm
Meg,
gonna.
go faster for once.
I'm gonna.
Why you
I'm-
so weak?
I'm going to.
I have to add a class at 2.
I'm gonna action surge.
Meg,
I'm gonna action
All right,
surge
go fast then.
because I have to leave in 13
Go
minutes
fast.
too.
Go fast.
So
Roll 2 attacks at once. Go.
Wait, is it?
All right.
It isn't Michael, is it?
No, it's Kevin.
Yeah, don't go.
and
Don't go.
It's my first class.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do sharpshooter.
Both of them, or just one?
Both of them. Why
All right,
not?
go.
Class isn't real unless it's
Okay, so
12, 13 plus your
12, 13. So plus 8 and 9 minus 5. So I mean plus 8. So plus 3. So 13, 16 and 15.
Those both hit, yeah. Roll 2d8 and
It's not
add
that
20.
much to hit him.
Yeah, I was gonna say, hey, that's a,
And
that's
actually,
a
I
nice
guess
low
it's
AC.
That's encouraging.
Okay.
I'm assuming the health is a buttload.
I would imagine. And like his heads grow.
Hey, Jonathan, didn't you say that shit grows
All right,
back?
that's
Yeah.
So does that mean
Yeah.
Probably gonna die. It's okay though. I mean,
We have some diamonds, right? Yeah, we're good.
Help her count someone.
I can only
15,
heal 2
Hey, can you help her count? What is she
I don't
doing?
have that.
20, 20.
Actually, no.
You're gonna
one
add
die.
20.
I can't
40.
bring you back yet.
40.
Alright, yeah, 40 points of damage.
Nice.
Okay, yeah, so Torvi just
just
strides
gonna
forward
fucking
with her
run.
bow and just arrow after arrow after arrow. One of them sprouts these vines that gash into this weird creature while other shots hit its weird multiple heads. And this guy doesn't look happy.
Well, I
And
guess
that,
I can't
are you
watch
gonna
him.
move? Is that it? Good.
Yeah, no, I'm good.
Alright,
I
next up,
roared. I roared at him.
Ilana.
How
What
far-
does Jewel do?
How far away are we?
100 feet from the giant.
Cool. I'm gonna cast Mage Armor on myself.
Fuck yeah.
So now I have some armor. And that was gonna be a bonus action.
We'll say all of you guys are at the door if you so wish.
Cool.
Yeah.
I have the quicken spell, so that's gonna be a bonus action. So, and as my action, I'm gonna make a perception check just to like scan the entire area to see what's around.
Yeah,
And
you
I
can go
see
ahead and do
you.
that.
Cool.
I assume that's a really
10.
good roll.
to be fair, we've been holed up here how long?
True.
So
Yeah.
Yeah, the hunger has you a little on edge. But yeah, with your feline senses, this isn't a
Are you a
hard
cat
check.
person?
She's a tabaxi
yeah.
I
sorcerer.
hate all of you.
You're
I
a
will
person
say
who
it's
was a
not-
deer, shut up.
That's why I'm mad.
I will say it's not a hard check
You guys didn't
because
tell me the
giants are very
option.
loud.
Uh-huh.
You hear the sounds of footsteps that don't match up with the currently not walking frost giant in front of the fort, which means the other one has heard the commotion and is on his way.
Oh no. What if we split? I'm just kidding.
The party?
Let's just split up. No.
I'm hungry. I'm sure the giant has a friend.
oh shit. Are you gonna also run towards it?
Did you tell
That's kinda
everyone like you
nice.
screamed
Or do
out
you
to
have
us?
anything
The
else?
giant has a friend.
I just tell the people inside the fort.
We don't need to know.
They already know.
Anything else?
Yeah, we're aware of that.
Yeah, but I said it away. Anyways,
Okay.
that's all.
Okay.
Cool.
Next up. Yes, reader.
I fucking run that shit. I fucking dash that shit. I fucking action surge that shit. Double hand axe that shit.
How far
Uh,
can you move on a single turn?
I can move 50 feet, so I have disadvantage because it's my long distance for a hand axe.
Okay, yeah, go for it.
Alright, so that's a 10. It's dex because I'm throwing it, huh?
No, you can throw it with strength.
I throw it with
It's a hand
strength?
axe.
Okay, sick. That's a 16 to hit.
That will hit.
Alright, cool. That's a d6.
How many hand axes do you have?
That's, I have 2.
Alright.
That's 9 damage.
Oh my god.
And another one. Ooh, that's a nat 1. Wow. That sucks. I don't think I have any abilities for that. Nope. So, yeah, that's a nat 1 for my second hand axe.
Alright, well, roll damage for the first one, man.
I already did. It was 10 damage. No, it was 12 damage, sorry.
12 damage. Alright, yeah, that's not bad, man.
Yep, cool. That's it.
Okay.
I got my turn ready.
So yeah, this dwarf warrior comes bursting out of the fort. Puts
Charge with me!
two hand axes in the air and just chucks them both at the giant.
Bonus action. I pull out my my warhammers, by the way.
So he's like,
and then pulls out 2 giant meat
You have a
tenderizers.
warhammer too?
He has
Bitch, I
2.
have 2 of them.
Bitch, I have 2 of them.
He tosses both of his hand axes. One of them goes right into the shoulder, right by the chin of one of these other ungodly faces. The other one kind of clinks against a stone, and just like, ding, and you think the head falls off. Shit.
That's it for me. Who's next?
Yeah, faster than any dwarf you've ever seen move. That's what he does.
Wait, how are you so fast?
I
He
fucking
dashed.
dash.
And then action surged.
Nice.
Julian, what does Betch do?
Betch starts. I just run towards it, screaming.
hell yeah.
Ah! He's followed by a dragonborn.
I dig it.
A little unhinged.
Yeah.
How much movement do you? Oh, so
I
you're,
only have
you're
30, so
are
I
you
mean.
dashing as well? Because then you're 10 feet ahead of me.
If you want, do you have a javelin or a spear or anything?
No, I just have a maul.
You should have more than one weapon as a fighter.
As a fighter, you can have access to javelins or something like that.
Oh?
Do you just want to have a spear or something?
What does it say
Whatever you can imagine.
in the equipment thing up there?
Equipment.
You could have a crossbow or a bow, but you have a minus to dex, so I think you probably want to have like a hand axes or
Hand axes. is
javelins.
Yeah.
Do you have a shield?
No.
Javelins are also good because they're meant for throwing.
Oh, yeah, okay, so I can have 2 martial weapons. Then yeah, I'll go with the spear. Why not?
Okay, you have a spear if you want to use that.
Okay.
And you
Then
can
yes.
toss it up. Or a trident, whatever you want.
Trident? Trident. I want
Okay, you have a trident. You can write down trident.
Alright, so.
And you can toss it at him, but
Okay.
you only get 1 attack because if that's your only ranged weapon, that's your only ranged weapon.
Okay. I'm also gonna yell, I'm Poseidon while throwing it.
Of course you.
What's the range on a trident?
2060.
Oh my god.
So you would need to dash and use your action surge in order to do that.
Alright, yeah.
Okay, cool.
Doing all that.
Roll
Or you
twice
could just dash forward and not
and not
and
attack.
save your action surge. It's up to you.
I'm just using my action surge because I'm running out of time.
Yeah, ditto.
I'll do it as well, why not?
Fuck yeah, let's go.
10.
And roll again. Okay, so 10 plus bonuses.
And then that goes to strength?
Strength and proficiency.
Yeah, so that's an 18.
18.
That'll hit. Yeah, roll a d6.
Good job.
Can you throw it with 2 hands?
I'm
No.
Poseidon.
No?
I thought you
Damn it.
Oh.
tried it with 2 hands.
D6.
Just 1d6.
Yeah, I tried, man. Shit, dude.
I got
Okay,
a 1.
so that's 6 damage.
6 damage? Alright.
Whoa.
All right, that's not bad. So yeah, this dragonborn and dwarf combo. Ah! They're just fucking dash out the door. Ah! They're just throwing shit at this
Our
giant.
team is
They
nuts.
both look kind of crazy and hungry and unshaven.
Oh shit. Here, it's okay.
Fuck!
And they
Very
high five
good.
each other awkwardly.
Like twice.
Twice.
Their eyes are kind of bugged out. They're kind of like they're just really fucking stressed out.
Are we gonna have to fight those guys next?
I don't want to. I don't want anything of what that has to offer.
Bro.
Wait, guys, I'm coming too.
Yes!
I can't do shit, so I'm just dashing.
Where?
Human coming up. Ah!
What's your speed?
Here he comes.
30.
30? Okay, you're
This
with
dude
him.
doesn't
You
even
guys-
throw
you guys are
anything,
10
he's
feet
just,
ahead of
ah.
No, I don't. All I have is a sword. I'm not gonna throw it.
you. You better not.
So I'm just running as fast as I can to keep up with you guys, and that's all I can do. So
Alright, who's
60
next?
feet. There
Rose
we go.
just having a good time.
Ugh. Well, that's
What?
debatable.
Everyone, describe to me what your guys' characters look like, new people.
Me?
Yeah.
He's kind of scrawny. He's not super tall. He's like 5. He's very just like average human looking. He's got dark hair, dark skin. He's carrying a big old fucking sword.
Cool.
That's it. He's very basic.
All right.
bless.
Brown hair.
Brown hair.
Yeah.
Dark hair, dark skin. He's
All right. What does
Hey,
Schmibbledorf look
he's
like?
just a dude. Like, I don't know.
Schmibbledorf looks like a larger than average dwarf with his hair braided into, with his beard hair braided into like a Celtic knot.
You like
Nice.
look like my
Okay,
best friend.
okay.
And he has a hat that kind of looks like a chef's cap.
Most
Are you
excellent.
making tacos?
Anyway, no, what the fuck? Tacos? Nuh-uh.
I
It's like
do
soup,
How dare you.
by the
soup.
way.
I do. Like the
You're
most
damn
pretentious.
right I do.
Oh yeah.
It's a soup and nothing else.
I don't even bother with
Bet
So,
that shit out of here.
I'm
It's
about-
imitation.
yeah, I'm 7.5 feet
What do
tall.
you want? You want a little like drool
Only
over the
5
meat?
feet.
Yeah, no, I'm a big guy. Dragonborn? What
I'm
the shit? I'm quite chubby. My my
chubby blue dragonborn.
My dexterity is 8, so I'm just imagining like a quite chubby, all strength. So
yeah,
basically a sumo wrestler.
All right,
yeah.
Mark Zuckerberg.
Well, I look exactly like Ro in my head.
right.
Oh,
in my head.
that's so.
But I'm like a bright green color. If I wasn't wearing armor, you could see like my underbelly is like a bright blue hue.
Ooh, you're gonna go tell us about your underbelly. Okay.
Listen.
Okay. Just preparing us for later in the campaign.
Scales kind of shimmer a little bit.
Nice.
I love that you think you're human.
I mean, Mark Zuckerberg in real life thinks he's
All
human.
right, and Jewel.
Like 6 foot, like that.
Oh my
Cool.
god.
6 foot, gray,
Gray.
spotted cat.
Yeah, with some stripes.
It's a white belly.
Fair
Okay.
white detail.
He's a cat.
Okay, yeah.
Cool.
Zoran's just gonna leave you. He's just. Whoa.
Cuckoo, cuckoo.
And then the final member of your raggedy band, Chuggy Stonearm. You're a little dwarf dude. And it's your turn, Chuggy. What do you want to do?
He's 2 foot tall.
I'm gonna.
You can run towards this giant and do stuff if you want.
I'm gonna.
I want to do.
You can throw fire at him. You can
Wait,
do fog. You can do entangle.
No.
Wait, I'm gonna grab a vine from the jungle and.
Actually,
You're not in the jungle. You're in the mountains, buddy.
Oh, can I still use vines though?
Yeah.
I'm gonna use one of my vines
That's a really cool die.
and wrap it all around his body and attach
Yeah.
its arms on
It's like
his
look
body.
at perfectly in the light.
Okay. You use entangle,
That works.
Damn.
and he's going to make a strength save.
After we do some damage to his giant, you gotta
Hey
go.
man, I did 12 points of damage.
Yeah.
Dude, that's the biggest amount yet.
What number did you get?
I'm pretty sure.
All right. So yeah, you wrap. So this other dwarf. This kind of crazier looking dwarf, younger fellow, with kind of like a
Peace.
cool dude nature kind of vibe. Bye, dude. Okay.
You coming back? Or-
Runs out and says some druidic words that you recognize, Sarungundir.
Hey.
And some vines sprout up. More vines begin to wrap around. Actually, he has disadvantage on strength. Well, it's a saving throw, but I'm gonna give him it anyways because it's 2 sets of vines now. But still, this giant is now wrapped up in vines.
Very cool. Very cool.
See, he's
Nice,
restrained.
good job. He's all wrapped up. Did you hear that? You did it. You wrapped him up.
And he manages to break off the new ones,
Ah.
unfortunately. But the old ones are still there. The
That's
ones that
fine.
Torvi put there. Next up.
Hello, turtle.
He broke out of my vine.
If you want to take my turns, I'll just sprint next turn, and then I have
Yeah,
3 warhammers.
you'll just attack. Yeah,
Thereafter.
gotcha.
There's a lot of vines
Next up
out
is the
there.
bad guys.
I don't want
Good luck, y'all. Don't die.
Oh.
Thank you.
No.
Wait,
and
can I
I-
have one of those?
Yeah. I never.
Romeo, you can sit here now. You can sit here now, buddy.
Oh, what the fuck?
So,
Quick, everyone, take
Thanks,
one.
pal.
What are they?
Here, grab one.
No time to ask questions.
You're like, I wish I could just take mine off.
What are these?
this
Quick, grab one.
giant.
Meg, did you grab
What
one?
one?
What is that?
Grab one.
Should I just chuck
Is it
it?
good? Am I
Fucking
gonna like
eat
it?
Yeah.
Am I?
More than mine
It's a tiny
covered.
fucking old-fashioned donut hole.
I gotta leave.
Why won't you
I was gonna
leave
say,
them
I'm gonna
here?
pass you because they're mine.
But Reader, they're so good.
Alright, love y'all. Bye.
Bye.
See you later.
We need more donut holes.
Oh my god.
It is now the giant's
I
turn.
need more holes in my life.
His buddy turns the corner
We all do, man.
and sees you all.
Yeah? What
He, however, must now make. He's going to use his action to make a saving throw
Uh-huh.
I'm gonna scream.
to
real quick.
undo the vines that were put on him by Torvi. And with a 14 plus his bonus, he sure as
Oh
hell
my
fucking tears him off.
Oh my god, the turtle scared. All of a sudden, I felt its foot, and I was like, dude.
The turtle.
Oh, he moves fast.
Yeah.
Charlie does not.
He's into this.
He's never been this close before.
Then you can
on
see
me,
his
it was on my
wounds begin to knit up
Oh.
as he
Don't know
takes.
what to
Is
do.
he?
We'll say he takes the axe out of his shoulder, and you begin to see the wounds near one of those shoulder heads knit
So
up.
he heals
I'd
like a
accept it.
troll.
Yes, much like a troll, you would say, with your experience with trolls. Yeah.
Is he a giant troll?
He appears
Yes.
to be a frost giant, but he's healing like a troll.
What does that
So
mean?
fire.
And then you see another thing that's very familiar to you, Rungandir. This giant growls, and you see his eyes bulge a little bit as he rages.
Who's raging?
The giant.
The giant.
You
Half damage from almost all of us.
We're still in
Except for these two.
I didn't do nothing.
No. I'm saying he takes half damage from all of us going forward. Except
I'm
Matt.
sorry, did I skip you? Gwen, you should have gone.
Yeah, I haven't gone yet.
Gwen, you can go.
Neither has Adam.
Yeah.
Adam's turn is after the bad guys.
Yo.
I have magic too.
Oh yeah.
It's going past. It went past the ladder. You're gonna see it.
What do you want to do?
If you have anything that can toss fire at the guy, then
Slashing and piercing.
Okay,
that
so I
might
have
be an option.
thunderous smite.
You need to hit with melee for that. He's kind of far away from you at the moment.
Yeah. I have an
But you can jump on top of Asgrix and go faster if you wish.
Oh shit.
I will do that. And
Then
then.
So yeah, you hop on Asgrix, on this giant lynx, and you ride.
What's
then
ensnaring strike again?
Ensnaring strike is you hit, and then basically they have to make a saving throw or be wrapped up in vines.
Oh, that's
Lots
what
of
you did,
vines.
didn't it?
Something similar.
I did something similar.
Are we just trying to wrap? Because we have to cut its head off, don't we?
I mean, killing it would be the ideal way to do that.
They always just
Take
go
it as a
like
walk
this.
away. He's not gonna mind. He'll grow it back.
That's fucking brilliant. We don't actually have to kill this fucking thing.
What do you mean?
What?
I'm just kidding. It's a joke.
I didn't hear what Adam said.
Not killing a giant?
What type of sacrilegious bullshit is this?
What are you talking about?
Jonathan can't even like understand it. He's like,
No.
you know what this campaign is about, right?
Killing
We're
giants.
doing against the giants.
Alright, so
So, I don't know. How fast do I get over there? I
With
guess.
Asgrix's speed, you move 40 feet.
Okay.
And then if you dash, you can get up to the giant. Which no one else is at the giant, so that's kind of a scary proposition.
Oh, thank God.
Yeah.
But you can get up to a Rungandir and kind of just wait if you want.
Yeah.
Because he'll probably come up to a
I
Rungandir,
feel
so
like-
if you want to hold your turn and like
I feel like I should get
use
out
one
of
of your smites,
my animal.
Yeah.
then try to hit him once he comes up to you guys, you can do that.
Yeah, I'll do that.
That's what I'll do.
Yeah, so you do that. You hold
And you should also rage.
your 2 attacks.
Yeah, because I have extra
But
attack
I
too.
have to get out first.
Yep.
Then rage.
Alright, so what
Yeah.
smite do you want
Or
to
I
lay
could
on
rage.
before you hold your action?
As said animal.
So I have thunderous
and then would I
smite
be able to get out of
and
it then?
branding smite, and I don't know which one. Is better.
Oh, I can get
Probably
knocked out of it.
thunderous, yeah.
Is branding fire damage? Can someone check that for me?
It is.
I'll rage and then
Branding is fire.
You reckon
I'll
branding
rage
smite might be
and get
smarter
out of it
since
by getting
It's
knocked
a-
out of it.
Frost giant, yeah.
it's a
just
frost
go-
giant. They're not vulnerable to fire, but you figure maybe if it works on the same logic as the trolls did, maybe fire's the key here.
Okay, I'll use the branding.
As long as we're not
Okay,
fighting
yeah, so-
ogres.
Zoran,
Ogres
this
have
tiny little
lasers.
owl person in green armor on top of a giant lynx. Lights up their warhammer, their tiny warhammer, or Echowa. Which one are you using?
I'm gonna use the warhammer.
All right, warhammer.
Alright.
But the giant used his action to
I
basically
love the
move to
Just
tear
fan-
these
loves
vines
lesbian.
off him,
Hmm?
and then
Fan
raged.
loves
And he's
Mm-hmm.
moves closer to you, but not close enough to let you hit him. I'm gonna say because he can't fucking do anything,
So
and he's not gonna get that close.
you held your action until
I mean, they
he's
don't.
in range.
Yes?
He can't use his action to attack, so he's not gonna go quite up yet.
How far away is he from them?
He's about 10 feet, but he walks up to you, and it's like you're at first you're like fucking yeah, and then as he gets closer, you're like
Okay.
looking up.
Right.
Alright.
Run.
Should I roll? I don't know what's happening.
No.
Go ahead,
The other one is not in range to throw a boulder.
cool.
Alright, I gotta go.
Alright.
Okay.
Peace.
Bye, Meg.
Bye, Meg.
My next turn, I'm gonna dash, and then when I get up to him, Giant Slayer, Wayfinder. Or Giant Slayer,
Got it.
Wayfinder.
I got you. Yeah, so...
And then if I get low on hit points, second wind.
Mark Zuckerberg, it is your turn. Gotcha.
Do it. I know what you want to do. Do it.
Create Facebook.
Create.
Let's be friends.
You could do it with this
Left on
many
him
faces.
At all?
What was that?
Did he tear off like all the vines completely? Is
Yeah,
everything
all the
still on
vines
him?
that was on him, this giant is just tearing them off.
Oh.
And you can see scratches and
What's
marks.
good though is
And
none of
then
us are wounded, so
if
you
the
can
two
do
of
whatever.
them get
Are we
close
still-
enough, I want to do bursting arrow.
Okay,
I'll back up and do bursting arrow.
Okay.
And if nobody's close to them.
got
Hi,
it.
reader.
Alright. I'm gonna start running forward with my javelin, like ready to hook it at his face. See, he got all grumpy, put it back and think about it. I'm gonna cast Spike
Reader.
Growth right in front of him, between
Oh.
him and where everyone's running towards.
Yeah.
Hi.
Okay, yeah.
Heck yeah. So that 20-foot radius on a point, and the area becomes difficult terrain. If he goes within it, it is 2d4 piercing damage for every 5 feet they travel.
I'll say it's not even possible for you to exclude them from it because he's so close to him, so you can just put him right in the middle of it
I'm gonna
if
put
you
him
want
right
to
in
do
the middle of it.
Okay.
that. Alright, yeah. So he takes damage on his turn?
Um,
Alright.
Okay, thanks. Bye-bye.
When it moves into it,
I'll leave
or
this
within
here for
the
you.
area. So
Okay, yeah, so he's just kind of stuck there as unable to move without taking harm as you also run forward with your buddies and you're all shouting,
Yeah.
I get this like little disc
I'm gonna steal
going
your
around my head that's all colorful
Go
while I'm
ahead.
like
Have fun
screeching at
wherever you're
him.
going. Work, school, I don't know.
Work.
Yeah.
Bye.
And you
Thank you.
hold your holy symbol, you cast the spell, and I'm going to say it's not even like thorns or anything. Like in this icy mountainous environment, it's just spikes of ice and rock that shoot out of the ground.
So don't worry about that.
Alright, cool.
And that is your turn.
That is rad. Alright.
We get back to the top of initiative.
Hey, that's me.
Rungandir.
What's up?
Rungan deer.
Yeah.
Ooh.
I'm going to rage.
A Rungan what?
Alright.
A Rungandir.
Triggered.
I'm
Oh my God.
gonna rage and then I'm gonna charge this dude.
Alright,
Did
he's
you hear me?
currently
I said
in a
something
field
funny.
of spikes.
Does
No,
this
his name is
matter
a Rungan
to
deer. And I was like,
to
a
a bear
Rungan
that is
what?
raging?
Yes.
Were you a deer person?
How much damage does someone in the spike
Or
growth
did you get
take?
turned into a deer?
2d4.
No, I'm a
For every 5 feet or what?
Yeah.
I don't understand.
Oh, for
the
every
deer
5
reference
feet?
then.
Oh.
human
That's
now.
44 of damage
Oh.
to you. If you go through it.
4d4.
Is that like
You're
level
raging, so it'll be half.
20 friendship backstory that I need to unlock, or?
Well, my plan
I'll
was
tell
is
you
to
if you
just
ask
get
him.
hit a bunch, get knocked out, then I can do real damage.
What's the fuck should I do? Well.
It's up to you.
You think I should still go with the plan?
Yeah.
Alright, I'm doing it. Alright, I'm charging.
Alright, roll me some damage, 44 for the spike growth on the bear. That is the rage bear.
Are you putting,
Runga bear.
are you putting spikes
No,
on the
it's 2d4.
Rungan deer?
It's 2d4.
Well, it's
For
already
5
set,
feet,
so I'm
right?
just
For
charging.
5 feet. So
He moved 10 feet.
Okay.
It's like running through a field of Lego.
I thought they were growing on you. Like you were gonna be able to use them.
That would have been cool, but
That
no.
would be.
It's suddenly a spike bear, like that the new monsters or whatever.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh my
fire
god,
bear.
if Jordan cast that fire breathing spell on you when you're in bear form.
Oh my god.
That would have been cool.
10.
Dragon's Breath.
10 damage.
You take 5 points of damage
Cool.
Which
You
one?
take
in
damage.
bear form.
In bear form. Right, so
Yeah, that one.
I am now 30 points of health. So, not a lot. But, you know.
So yeah, Storm Bear runs up and you get some attacks.
Yeah, I get 2 attacks. Because I multi-attack. So, so one is that's just a base 17.
That'll hit.
Yeah, and then the other is a, let's say, 13.
Oh,
The 13 will not hit.
Okay, cool. So I'm gonna hit him with my,
reader called me.
yeah, I'm gonna hit him with my claws.
Yeah.
He called me too. It's okay, but I answered. So.
Oh,
I didn't mean to be shady.
All right,
like,
the
I
bear-
meant you don't have to call him back.
All
The
right.
barbarian is striking
But-
the giant.
amazing! 5 points of damage plus 4, so that's 9 points of damage.
Alright, 9 points of
That's
damage.
crazy damage. And then I'm gonna hit him with my lightning.
You used your bonus action to rage.
You're right. Never mind.
That's the thing. That's the biggest problem I noticed with all these different class and subclass things. is that your bonus actions are just filled up.
They are, aren't they?
Yeah.
Right. That's it.
All right. So Storm Bear goes. The Barbarian goes. Now it is Tyler's turn. What does Karina do?
I'm gonna take another freaking shot at this asshole.
Maybe you'll hit him.
Are you
Wait,
a boy or a
aiming
girl?
for the asshole?
Girl.
Karina.
Mhm.
Cute.
So
It's a nice thing, yeah?
16,
Oh.
and Oath gives you advantage, right? I'm not crazy.
I'll check, but you hit.
Okay. I just want to see if I crit.
I believe. Julian, can you hand me the Dungeon Master's Guide next to your feet?
Oh yeah.
I'll check.
I think it does.
I think so. Roll again, just for fun.
Yeah. So it's a 24 to hit.
Yeah, you do have advantage, and they can't benefit from cover. What was that?
24.
All right.
And that's
You do so much, by the way.
Turquoise ones.
Actually,
3d6
Oh, yeah,
for sneak
those ones are
attack
so nice.
and
High five, high
3d6 and d8.
what was that?
Ooh! 6, 12, 18,
I dabbed on you.
26,
What a guy.
35 points of piercing damage.
That is reduced to 17.
Yep. Is there anything around me I can try to hide behind?
I know, so stop being me.
Copy.
Not really.
Seriously.
There's the fort,
Identity theft's a real
but
problem.
other than that,
I didn't read that. Hurts millions of lives every year.
you can't.
How far?
Michael.
Yeah, I'll run into the fort.
Yeah, you run into the fort. You see this cat person
Oh my
who is
God.
like the only person that did not run out.
Hello. There are towers, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna dash and see if I can get into one of the parapets and get behind, like
A murder hole?
yeah, in the murder hole.
I mean, you can get to the stairs.
Even with a dash?
It's a fucking fort.
Okay, that's fair. I'll just stay by the door then.
All right. Yeah, and I'll say you two have some cover from the doors. Next up would be Torvi's turn. Torvi is gonna dash and get closer and stand next to Zoran. And I don't know if she's within range. I don't think so.
Right.
So she's gonna take 2 more shots with. Why am I taking out more d20? She's gonna take 2 more shots with the arrows. She will hit with both of them. I need a d8 and a d6. 10, 18, 18 plus 10, 28. Okay, reduced to 14. Alright, so Torvi shoots 2 arrows at this dude. This giant, frost giant dude. Next up, it is Jewel's turn.
Cool.
What does Jewel do?
So there's no like trees or anything to hide behind in this area.
Not any bushy ones. It's kind of a snowy area, and the few trees that exist are not especially close to the fort, and a lot of them are pretty leafless.
Are there any of them between the
What's
fort and
leafless?
the giant?
Yeah, I'll say there's one. Like a pine tree or something that's alive.
Cool.
Don't have leaves.
So I'm gonna run behind that tree.
Okay.
See the hiding behind the trunk. I'm pretty skinny. And I'm gonna cast Firebolt at the giant.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, that's within 120 feet. I'll say you can do that.
Cool. 17 points of damage. My Firebolt.
Alright. And that is not reduced.
Woo! Oh, is there anyone that's like right up against the giant?
Yes, as a matter
Cool.
of fact.
Never mind. I'm not gonna entrap you all in the wall of fire.
It wouldn't kill me.
Because I wanted to make a circle around him.
The fire damage wouldn't be reduced though.
Hmm?
The fire damage
I don't
wouldn't
like
be reduced though.
If you guys are right up on him.
That's fine. It wouldn't kill me, though.
So I'll be
You'd
like
be stuck.
1 foot.
Oh,
but-
true.
So that's all I'm gonna do.
Alright. Next up it is Reader's turn. He took his character sheet with him, but whatever.
He said he wanted to do
He
3.
messaged you his stats.
Oh, cool.
They're on your phone.
Okay, that's nice of him. Someone's considerate enough to do that.
That's what he. That's what he.
Yeah, Jordan is not.
Just call out Jordan.
Plus
You
6
guys
to
be
hit.
down for
Okay,
pizza?
thank you.
For pizza? Would you guys be down?
We'll be done.
So yeah, this dwarf runs up. No hand axes, so he's. Can he get
He just wants to run and use his
He really wants to just use his hammers and hit people 3 times.
Peter Parker and Miles Morales are my boys. But
This
yes,
dwarf is crazy, so we're gonna say he just runs through the spike growth.
Hell yeah, join me.
Yeah, roll more damage.
I'm gonna have to join.
You should.
I'm rolling
It's
a lot.
really cool. And
Yeah.
Only the giant
You gonna
is
join?
doing this.
Like, we're all just going in
That's
to the spikes. Yeah.
10.
All right,
yes, I
yeah,
am too.
he takes
I
that.
don't know if
Here's the damage.
Yeah. Why not?
Yeah,
Let's all just
No.
gang up on this guy.
Yeah.
and then he's gonna try to thwack
Oh god.
this giant
Goal is kill it
with
before his
3
friend
hammer
gets to it.
strikes.
Kill it before it kills us.
Well, before
Kill
his
it
friend
before his
gets
friend
to it.
arrives.
Before what?
All right, he's got a
Friend
plus 6 to hit.
So if we, or at
He's
least
only gonna hit with one of
phone
those.
or something.
Yeah.
Cut
So
it
yeah,
very
this
off,
dwarf
maybe.
runs up with these 2 giant meat tenderizers. And he tries to hit twice with one, and then kneecaps the giant
Oh!
with one of them,
Wow.
dealing 4 points of damage.
Damn it, I didn't give Reader his. Shit.
Who did he
Uh,
say his was again?
Rapunzel.
Oh yeah.
And with that, it
It's a
is
fun-
now
Fun character.
Betch's turn.
It's not Merida.
What do you do, Julian?
I'm going to
That's what I got.
run up to the giant and try smashing its toes with my maul.
You're what?
I'm gonna try smashing its foot with my
I
maul.
can't do the octopus one. That was gonna make Maddie laugh, but Maddie does it better.
You will have to run through the spike growth to hit.
The,
Yes.
the making
Scottish.
the
Alright.
Meredith thing.
44
like,
more
"I'm
damage."
octopus.
Sounds amazing.
Obviously, I do. You fucking reprobate.
More
I'm not
spike
fucking
damage.
octopus.
Going to Dunkin' Donuts and I ordered 5 Nutella donuts and they found the counters.
Mark Zuckerberg. More spike damage.
More spike damage!
More spike
I'm
damage!
gonna drop this fucking spell next turn. Alright. God damn.
That's 9.
9.
Oh,
Too bad you're not a barbarian.
Sure would be nice if we let the frost giant come to us, huh?
That's
That's the plan, guys.
I was raging,
Sit
you
still
know.
for 2 seconds.
I'm just crazy.
No, I was waiting. I have a spell ready and everything.
You don't have to charge.
I'm planning suicide by donut.
You'll be fine. You'll be fine.
You're gonna make sure I
16.
don't die.
It's so
16
Yeah,
will hit.
obviously.
I'm
16
getting
will
two
hit.
pizzas. I don't know if
Alright,
that'll be
and
enough
then
for us.
Wait, but in this
2d6.
one I want to. Whoa. Whoa.
Stop.
I have
You
to
have-
watch out.
As a fighter,
I have
3
to watch
attacks now.
out.
Oh, I do?
Yep.
Oh, I thought
Yeah.
it was. Wait, what level am I?
You should be level 8.
Oh, okay. That's what I wasn't sure if it was 7 or 8.
It's 8.
Okay.
Nine.
If
I
your
got
hit,
3 attacks.
If your hit points don't account for that, then add another d10. I don't know
Get
if they do or
crazy.
not.
Get one.
Okay.
Alright,
But yeah, you have 3 attacks.
I have 3 attacks.
Actually, no, you don't. You only have 2, right?
2, yeah. No, I get the
I'm
third on
crazy.
11.
I'm correct.
Yeah.
I was getting confused. I'm getting ahead of myself.
Okay,
Okay,
well,
2
I'm
attacks.
gonna go for the foot and then the next one, the crotch.
Fucking.
Because I don't like this giant.
So you go for this.
The foot,
Oh!
then the crotch.
You definitely hurt with the
Oh,
first
you're
one.
doing it?
Yeah. Yeah. No, it's going
Yeah,
down.
go for the crotch shot, man.
Oh my god.
Yeah, that's an 18. That'll hit. Yeah, roll 46.
With a maul, it's just like.
Oh.
You see a lot of liquid, like, leaving.
It just gives up automatically.
Well, that was shit.
Yeah, you hit him. He's like harder.
We give up, never mind.
There it is.
All right, so that's
11.
That's 11 plus your strength twice.
We all
So
throw
that's
our
10.
weapons over the cliff. We're done.
21.
Adventuring career's over.
So that's
We're done.
10 points of damage.
Give up.
I mean, we met some.
Because he's
freaks
raging.
on our journey, but
Oh,
This-
damn.
this-
we were not prepared.
No.
So yeah, this Dragonborn runs up through the spikes, taking cuts and gashes here and there, slams his giant maul down on this giant's foot. Ah! You hear him swear in giant, and then reels back, sees his opening,
Some mother with that. Multiple mouths. Good lord,
and
John.
smashes him right in the crotch.
Oh, what was that one hammer that you wanted to give me?
The one that Jonathan has, you mean?
Yeah.
Siegebreaker.
Yep.
Can you imagine Siegebreaker down there on those bad
Oh
boys?
god.
It might happen. Who
Question.
knows?
Jonathan's like, I have ideas
Is
now.
this giant, is he
If
like
I
more
crit.
troll size, or is he actually like frost
He's
giant size?
frost giant
You
size.
go up.
He's
You
gonna fly.
He's a
Pizza
little
is
bigger
coming,
than a normal
everyone.
frost giant.
It's
I'd
on
go as
its
far as to
way.
say.
Oh,
Okay,
what kind of
cool.
pizza did you get?
Okay.
I got 1 cheese and 1 sausage.
I hope it's vegan. No.
Shut your mouth.
I wouldn't have
I'd like a
complained either way. I
maple
just
Can
would have
I
gave
have
somebody
Oh my
else.
god.
Vegan donut.
Vegan bacon donut.
Hold on.
Donna?
Hey, what was that? It was bacon's not vegan.
Yeah, bacon's not vegan. That woman gave so much sass to Caitlin.
That was
It was hilarious.
Moving on.
What? We need to hear the story later.
Yeah.
Moving on. There's a giant that just got
Hitting the gonads, yeah.
hit in the gonads. Thankfully, not by a +1 maul, but a maul nonetheless. Although, who knows what the future holds in store.
Okay, guys, I'll do it.
You guys fight dirty.
You twisted
Yes,
my
they do,
arm.
yes.
I
It's a
don't.
giant.
That's my kink.
Ro, it is your turn.
I'm right up on him now, right?
Yeah, you can move up to him. Sure.
Okay, so I'm gonna
More
walk up to
piercing
him.
damage.
I'm gonna
Wait.
cast.
Adam! You animal!
Wait, no.
Yeah,
10.
move through the spikes to get to
10.
him.
Oh, so I take 10 damage.
10 piercing damage.
That's a lot of damage.
Okay. Then I'm gonna as my bonus action, I'm gonna cast Branding Smite on my blade,
Okay.
and then I'm gonna swing my sword at him twice.
Okay, yeah, go for it. Do that thing.
Right. So my first one
Yeah,
is gonna
you
be
can take that seed or this one.
10.
Oh,
So I
10
got
to
a
hit?
nat 1. Yeah.
Yeah, it will not hit.
And my second one is gonna be 19 plus 9, 20.
That'll hit.
Yeah.
That'll hit for sure.
So and then let me roll my damage.
Yo.
When?
When I get an extra
Sunday.
2.
I can't.
You only get a Branding Smite.
Oh, it was on the first one. No, it's on the first one that hit.
Branding Smite is the first one that hits.
Okay.
So you're good.
Yeah, and it's 1d8 or 2d8.
I think it's 2. I don't know. Everyone took all my handbook. Meg left her handbook right there.
This one's mine.
Or actually, well, Meg's is somewhere.
I need to make some money right now.
There's handbooks galore all over the place.
Yeah. Let me just remind myself. It's been a hot second since I've played this.
Yeah, no, this is useful also since Zoran will also probably end up hitting the thing.
I'm on a cat. Oh,
Branding.
so I don't know.
It's a win.
I'm next to you. So did you take piercing damage?
Of course I
Yeah.
did.
So
It's
does that mean I did?
2d6.
No,
you haven't run into
he
it.
moved up. What was that?
2d6.
Okay.
You haven't
So my
gone up.
You're
yet.
outside the spikes.
I'm outside the spikes.
You haven't gone up yet, so you're fine.
So I have to go through the spikes.
Your Ikawa is a throwing weapon.
Okay, but then I have to get it back.
Later.
Oh shit.
Get it back
That's something I
later.
should have done.
Mm.
Where did my trident go?
In him.
In the giant.
I know, but
20
where?
damage. Eric.
Let's see if I
20
can
points of
rip it out.
damage.
Yeah.
Whoa.
And
Get
some
it
of that
back.
is fire. Okay. How much
yeah.
of that was fire?
9.
I'm gonna throw my Ikawa
Okay.
and I'm gonna...
That's not
Wait,
reduced.
you say you're gonna throw it in the iguana?
Ikawa.
Ikawa.
Ikawa. It's a short
It's about
sword.
the same thing.
Oh wait, no, it's
I'm
on
stealing
my
your pencil really
Warhammer.
quick.
Yeah,
Sorry.
that's right.
Yeah.
I thought Branding Smite was on my Warhammer.
Yeah, it is.
Branding.
It's on whatever weapon you had out.
Is that not what
You can
I said?
You said Branding Smite.
Oh,
That's
It's
not.
a
You made
completely
that up.
different smile.
I made that
Branding
up.
is divine. I'm pretty sure. It's divine damage or radiant damage.
Okay, so he's not looking good. He's definitely bloodied by this point.
Oh, good.
Nice.
He's been bloodied
There's
for
another
a
one
little bit.
coming, right?
Yeah, so we
Yes.
have to down it really quick.
Yeah, and
Like a
this
shot.
So I
this
have to go through this.
knight
'cause
just
it's on my
runs up,
Warhammer.
sets their sword ablaze, and just cuts into this giant twice.
Oh!
Heyo!
And then next up,
Wow, these people are cool, guys.
probably get
We
set
should
for the next
recruit
one.
them.
the child who left.
I mean, so far it kind of just seems.
Even
more
though I
like-
told him his turn was next, so we'll come back to him.
Like I'm kind
Zoran Cunningham.
so far
It is
it's
I.
done more to hurt
I think I'm gonna take.
His eye. The
Roll your
French's
shit, my
fry.
dude.
What? Oh, great.
Because I'm gonna have to go through it. Because it's on my
You've done the
Warhammer.
most
You don't have to worry about
Damage.
taking damage, however, you're on Asgrix.
Okay, so Asgrix. 11.
He's fine.
Okay.
How many hit points does he have?
He's a tough cat. He's good.
He's a tough cat. Don't
So
worry
yeah,
about
you
it.
all see, huh? We'll get back to you in a second, but you weren't here. But what do you want to do?
I'm gonna use my fog and shoot it at the giant's eyes so someone else can. So he can get distracted so someone else can hit him.
That's a good idea.
Yeah, okay, yeah,
That's a
you know what
team
I'll
play.
say?
Yeah.
This little dwarf dude casts his fog spell and casts it up above the rest of you in the giant's face, but not at the rest of you.
That's
Uh,
pretty
What a
creative.
smart character.
I shot it in his eye.
Yeah, you shot it in his eye.
And I distracted him so.
So Zorn will have advantage on their attack.
Hey yo!
But yeah, you all see this tiny owl man riding a giant lynx
Wow! Let's go!
with a flaming warhammer, and they kneecap this giant. Roll with advantage on your attack.
That was my last.
So you can roll one, and if it's not what you like, you roll again.
Okay, buddy.
So you would roll again.
I would definitely roll.
But you don't like that?
Hey.
Okay, I thought it was gonna go to the 5.
Wait, what do I add
What's
to
your weapon you're using?
Strength and
Uh,
proficiency.
the war?
You have a plus to hit. +6 for both of your things.
So 21.
Yep, that hits.
Okay.
Yeah, roll me some
Um,
damage.
So with Warhammer, I think that means
That's one-handed. So
one-handed
D8,
and
D8 for one hand.
two-handed.
Yeah. The
what-
D10 is if you're two-handed, and the D8 is if you're doing it one-handed. Huh?
Does that do anything if I do it two-handed, or should I just do it
I
one-handed?
say you're mounted, so you probably can't do two-handed.
True, you're right.
And that allows you to use your shield. So yeah, you can do that, and then roll 2d6 along with that.
Yeah, he's cute.
2d6.
Yeah, because you have your smite.
The smite damage.
Smite.
I'm sorry, what?
9,
So
11.
9.
Oh,
Or is it,
I'm
what
not
is this?
familiar
This is
with
a 6,
that, dialect.
correct?
Yeah.
I'm
That's a
speaking
6.
lizard folk.
So plus 3 is
Speaking
9.
Zucker.
It's
No,
11.
just kidding.
Tonic, sir.
11.
Plus your 3. Your
So
strength.
8
Hot.
to hit the 8 damage. Right? That's what these are?
More, but
I don't know. Help me.
it's 6 plus 2, that's 8, plus 3, that's 11, plus your other 3, that's 14.
Shit, okay.
yeah.
And that's magical, so that doesn't get resisted.
I assume you've never seen your reflection.
Well, it's
Very good.
Or you've had
Thanks,
it in
I think. I don't play normally, so I don't know.
No, it's good. It's good.
He at least has a skin suit.
Like Hannibal?
Alright. So yeah, this tiny little owl person just runs up on their giant lynx. Wah! Bam! And just slams this giant with a fiery warhammer. You have a second attack, actually.
Oh, there I go. What am I gonna do?
Hit him again.
Can I just hit him again?
Yeah,
Beat him.
absolutely.
Eat his dick.
Do I still have
I mean, that already happened.
advantage?
Again.
Yeah,
Sure.
get the
Do
other
it
nut.
again.
Get the other nut. Bust his nut.
Plus 6.
Oh.
8.
A Warhammer would be worse, especially if it's like the Skyrim
Huh?
Warhammer.
18
where it's
and a half.
That'll hit.
It's like concave.
Yeah, just the
like,
D8 now.
ugh.
D8 plus 3.
Like at least a mole is just.
Because the
flat.
smite is gone. Okay, yeah, max damage. That's 11, reduced to 5.
Ooh.
Okay, guys, we're doing great.
Thank y'all.
Oh.
Alright. And with that, that ends your turn.
Yeah.
Giant.
Who
Now
else
it's-
got piercing damage? I can heal y'all.
And literally
Everyone.
all the
Everybody.
dudes.
Literally
All the
everyone
dudes.
who's frontlining right now.
Okay, I'll heal y'all my next turn.
That's nice.
It's all your fault.
I was gonna just hit myself in the head, but you can do that.
Put down.
Why were you gonna just hit yourself in the
Because I
head?
have magic hands.
Oh.
I can lay on hands.
Oh,
I could
yeah.
too, and it's
It is
40
the
points.
giant's turn.
Me too.
No. Holy snap!
Alright.
He does not regain health since he's been hit with a shit ton of fire damage.
I'm just saying.
Gonna get up on
Who
all,
went after
on
me
all
when I
2
I'm not
paws
talking
and
to
I'm
you.
gonna go.
Who went after me
Hit
when I
me.
put the fog inside?
And he's going to use his great axe to beat the shoot out of the people around him. Remember, there was a child present. Did you see that?
Beat the shoot out of them, guys.
Yeah, so he's looking at all these annoying little creatures around him.
Not so annoying, more like dangerous.
And first up, he's going to hit the dude who just hit him with fire in armor, the bigger one.
That's not me, thank God.
That's not me.
That is a 25 to hit.
No, that's it, Maddie. That's it, bro.
Well, yeah, I just didn't realize anyone else hit him with fire.
What if I do? What if my next turn I just...
You take 29 points of slashing
I
damage.
just grab the vine.
Actually, it's a little bit more than that.
Okay.
53. No.
40 points of slashing damage.
Okay.
Oh, little bit. Oh my God.
That would bloody me.
I'm guessing you're not a bear
Yes.
anymore.
Yeah.
No, it's not Jonathan.
As this giant just brings his great axe down on you.
You're like, huh?
You see that thing move?
His
Oh,
second
shit.
strike, he's gonna go for the...
Wait.
Do you want to impose disadvantage?
Yes. I was like, I can do a thing.
Thank you for doing it after.
Thanks.
So sorry.
That's still a 23 to hit.
But also the aura of protection
On me?
was there.
Yes.
'cause
Oh, he's
That's
going
the
at me
same.
again?
Next
No,
to me.
that was for the disadvantage.
That's for saving throws.
That's for saving throws.
Yeah.
They
Oh,
have
that
protection.
was the
They have protection.
disadvantage.
That was the. I rolled again.
Okay.
See if you even took the 40, and you do.
Okay.
Sorry.
No,
Sorry.
thanks for going back.
Give me a shot.
So everyone that's with me right now.
And
Okay,
then
I'm
they're
gonna hit
going to
myself
try
in
and
the
hit the tiny bird person
I am.
with
My
their
bonus action.
second
Is yours
great
hurt?
axe attack.
How much health you got? Was that a 2 or a 7?
That's a 27 to hit.
Oh,
62.
Oh my God.
That hits.
surprisingly, that hits.
What a surprise.
Oh my god.
And
You take
guys
30
shield
points of
have
slashing
shield?
damage.
Like the spell? The shield the spell.
Yeah, I don't know what you're talking about.
Gives you 5 extra AC as a reaction.
You said 30?
Yeah.
Yes.
How bad is he looking?
Oh, this guy is almost dead.
Okay. Jonathan, get set for the next guy. Do like a football lineman, just like hunch up.
Alright,
And that's
then my
his
armor
turn.
class is 18 with shield, that's right.
He's done.
He didn't hit me.
He only has 2 attacks. But
It is
Okay,
now
we can heal
bloodied.
ourselves.
Mark
Yeah, no, I'm just gonna be
Zuckerberg.
like,
oh,
Alright, so I'm going to now
40
drop
times.
concentration on spike growth.
The spikes are gone.
Thank you.
Thanks.
oh right, I forgot. Spike damage.
I will run forward
These hands, what have they done?
as far as I can towards the group and
God,
cast
Mark
mass
Zuckerberg
healing
just
words
letting everyone
on
down.
all of them.
Okay, yeah, you do that.
Nice.
That is going to
Wait,
be
what'd you say?
Mass healing word.
1d4 plus my spellcasting modifier.
You're doing mass healing wound?
Word.
What a guy.
So that's 7 hit points.
oh, thanks.
Cool.
Thanks.
Everyone gets 7
He
hit
pretty
points.
much negated the damage he did earlier.
I'm back to normal health as a bear.
I'm just about back.
I was hoping he would hit me.
Yeah.
39.
I'm trying
Hit me.
I'm trying to be the distraction. It's just not working.
No.
How much health do you have?
You're letting everyone down around here.
I'm not gonna go down.
No, I'm just curious.
Me right now.
Oh, right now he has brown bear.
So you could say I have 145 hit points because of my extra bear form.
Oh, alright.
Okay, that is Mark Zuckerberg's turn.
Yeah.
I got 80.
Good job.
Orangandir, it is your turn.
Cool. I'm gonna
Fuck.
I'm gonna
Roasted.
bite him and claw him.
Okay.
Wow. Iconic.
Oh, wow.
Oh, wow.
That's pretty die.
Yeah, thank you. So one of that's going to be a 14.
That will not hit.
Damn. And the other is a 19.
That
just
will hit.
Straight up. Cool. So I'm gonna claw him in the face.
Get him.
His face is 25 feet up.
I'm not gonna actually claw him in the face. I'm gonna claw his toe off.
The pizza's on its way, guys.
Cool. So that's going to be No, sorry, that's gonna be 12
Fortnite?
damage.
12 damage?
Yeah.
Mm.
Plus, I'm gonna use my reaction and him with some lightning.
Bonus action.
Bonus
But
action.
my bonus action, yes.
Okay, yeah, he will make a dex save, which he's not good at. Yeah, that's a fucking 3.
That's a fucking
He made it, guys. I don't know what to tell him.
Did
he really?
Too. No.
His DC.
God.
Alright,
That would be pathetic.
so he takes an extra 4 damage.
Nice.
Alright, yeah, he takes that. That is not reduced.
How much does he have?
Not a lot left.
Cool. Can you give us an estimate?
He looks like he's hurt.
Really?
You guys have
He's
dealt.
hurting bad.
There's blood everywhere.
Not counting the one turn he healed, because past that you did a little bit more, but it's been 179 hit points of damage so far.
Holy cow.
Hey,
Holy
So
moly.
he's hanging in there barely.
Yeah,
He's got like like
yeah. After the claw attack, like there's a head that's hanging off like one of his legs
nasty.
that this brown bear just swipes off.
he deserved it.
That motherfucker in particular.
I'm gonna go
Yeah.
for the rest of your
Yeah.
toes afterwards.
Fuck this head in particular, and that head kind of gives you the hairy eyeball, and then dies.
Nice.
He gave me the
He's the
stink
bitch
eye.
what I do.
It's like, I was neutral in all of this.
I didn't
I actually
choose
said
this
don't.
life.
I said
I
don't
was just
attack.
controlling the toes.
I wanted to be an architect.
Next up is Karina.
Yeah.
It's sad, but you know.
Do I have advantage
They
because of
just
fog
all
cloud?
need a therapy session.
You have advantage because of both.
Oh, that's right.
Who brought you here?
That's a 19 to hit.
19 will hit,
Yay.
and you have many allies within range of him, so
Yeah.
definite sneak
But then I
attack.
was fed, so I mean it's like
And
seems true.
that's. And.
Stop him when he kills them, because like it's a lot of damage.
Drinking a lot too.
It's a lot of damage. Yeah, actually, this is gonna do it.
27?
Yeah, so you
There's
what?
another one coming.
I
Wait,
know.
reduced.
So,
Wait.
you gotta,
No, extra
Yeah.
d6 because Hunter's Mark.
Hold on.
So
So
that's
back in the neck, you know, covered up with hair.
29. Plus 5
I wish I had a
is
sack of bones so I could teach you
34. 34 points of piercing damage?
He's still
Anywhere,
raging.
everywhere. Isn't it magical?
So let me
It's like
think
Disney.
over this.
I might be getting
17.
jobs
So it's 17 points.
because I need
oh,
money.
is he still alive?
Hold on, I'm counting, doing math.
Because I don't have a
80.
job and it's the
What?
only
No,
place
no,
that
what?
called me back.
He's barely hanging on.
Damn it!
Oh, am I next? Please tell me I'm next.
No.
God.
He's looking around and just going,
I'm gonna-
Mother? Is that you?
Bonus action.
But yeah, this
hide.
arrow. Yeah, you hide inside the fort.
Is that a
But yeah, this
dagger?
arrow just comes and hits him right in his forehead.
From you?
From me.
Okay.
That's a.
Come on, guys.
He's looking pretty wobbly.
One more hit, guys.
26 for stealth.
Okay, yeah, you do
You
so.
take the hammer on the track, hitting.
Torvi's gonna let you
Yeah,
guys do
that
the
way.
honor of killing
That way it sends.
that giant, and she's gonna take 2 pot shots at the other one that she sees
Isn't
coming.
that Cool.
Neither of which hits, I believe.
Sure.
Cause
This
my
one's
dice
bigger
suck.
and meaner.
That
Okay.
just means more fun.
No, that second one will hit. Okay, yeah, so she does a little bit of damage to that other guy.
His character seems unstable.
Yours?
All of your
Very much.
characters are unstable.
Yeah.
Secret. My guy's on shrooms right now.
Did he
Good
just
to
make
know.
them himself?
Jewel, it is your turn.
Cool. I'm
Oh,
gonna
every time he says that, I think he's
use my
talking to me.
firebolt again.
Nice.
Yeah, roll your attack.
12.
You have to roll for the
For
attack.
the firebolt?
Yeah, you rolled a
Okay.
hit first.
I didn't realize firebolt.
D20 plus like 8 or something.
Yeah.
D20s plus your spellcasting your spell attack bonus.
Julian, I'm gonna sit by you. I'm starting to cook over
Me
here.
you're looking for.
No,
I can
not
see it
you.
on your
Spell.
I can see it in your eyes.
It's on my shoulder.
I've always wanted to do
It is your charisma plus your proficiency bonus.
I've always wanted to call someone
Spell
like
attack
that.
bonus,
Like,
19.
is it me you're looking for? It's like
19 to hit? Okay, yeah, that'll hit. Roll your damage.
It was 12.
Okay, yeah. So yeah, you duck out from behind the tree, you shoot this mighty firebolt.
Yeah.
And I hide back behind
Yeah.
the tree.
Yeah, and it just engulfs this giant's head. And he seems to take up like kindling, much like the trolls you guys have fought in the past. And he falls over, drops his great axe, and a bunch of you have to actually leap out of the way to avoid him landing on you.
Alright.
Takes my the fucking cat.
Alright, so he's down, but there's another one on its way.
Yeah.
Yep.
So we should take this time to heal.
Remember what he said
Yeah,
about
that's a good
flies?
idea. I'm gonna.
It's the dwarf's turn.
No, he's
Oh.
always said it felt good.
Because
Or
the
can't
giant's close enough that we're
feel
still in
the
initiative.
Oh, yes.
Okay.
And the dwarf is going to start marching towards
Hey.
the
Wrong word, buddy.
the dwarf. What was his name?
Schmigel.
Schmiveldorf.
Schmiveldorf.
Schmiveldorf. Schmiveldorf pats you on the shoulder, Betch, and he's like, "Come on, we got some unfinished business." And he starts marching towards the other giant angrily.
I'm gonna go get my trident back.
Yeah, you just pull it out of the giant,
Mm-hmm.
and you march after him. But yeah, he's dashing with his hammers. Ah!
Oh my god.
Come on!
Incredible.
Cool.
And you can also dash towards him if you want.
I will.
Okay, cool. Ro, it is your turn.
Okay, so first I'm gonna heal myself with my lay on hands as a bonus action.
Okay, you do so. Well, it's an action. But yeah.
Oh, it is?
Yes.
You can still use movement.
Yeah, you know what? But yeah, that's fine. How far away is the giant?
Like 260
Oh,
feet.
yeah.
He's fucking far.
Yeah, so I'm gonna heal myself. I'll go ahead and heal myself for
Do
30.
you need at all? or are you still there?
I'm fine.
And
It sounded like
then
he.
I'm gonna move.
None of you
I'm
need
actually
it. Do you
contemplating
need it?
about.
I'm fine. I haven't taken
All right,
it
yeah,
yet.
you do so.
Like, no. Damn, dude, that's like.
I'm
Dude,
gonna follow
You just
Schmidt
given
Dwarf.
it.
what a
Yep.
champ.
I'm like, hey
You
guys,
just
wait up.
hurt your party. That's
Yeah, what do you want to do,
Waving my
Zoran?
sword.
I'm a great cleric.
Obviously.
What do you want to do?
Me? I'm gonna heal me and my cat.
That's
All right,
cool.
the cat's doing pretty good after the mass healing word.
Okay. So I'll
Uh,
just do myself then. Fuck the cat.
yeah, the
Do
cat's
I'm not
don't
gonna
let the cat.
actually. Maybe we already talked about it.
You talk to your cat?
It's not my
It's
cat.
not theirs.
Whose cat are you fucking?
Torby's.
And hopefully not. I don't.
I'm an owl person. It's fine.
I don't think that's how that works.
So really.
So.
You can lay on hands, which means you have 5 times your paladin level, so you have 40
Whoa.
hit points that you can distribute however you
I
want.
need to get back to my
How many do
For
I need
healing.
to get back to
I need to get
62? I
myself
can't
what?
math right now.
You took 30 points of damage, so you can spend 30.
Because I'm at 39
Are
right now.
you doing anything tomorrow night?
That's not, oh yeah, you. Well, I don't know how you took the rest of that.
Like 6:30.
This
Because
like,
like
You didn't take
I
spike
didn't
damage.
take spike damage,
But
but I
I don't
got
know.
smacked to shit, and then he did the.
train.
Can I check if I'm on your laptop?
Sure,
Yay.
it's plugged in.
I think that
We'll say 22, I guess.
Okay.
I don't know. 22 points of healing when you're
Let's
at
do
full.
it.
I think that's how I'm at. I feel like it's 23 or something, but whatever.
What's your total?
But I'm finding
62.
white hairs.
Oh, okay. Then yeah, that's
I'm 22.
Hey Tyler,
Yo.
should I get out of my form and just?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna do that.
I can't math. right now.
Transform.
So yeah, you still have most of your healing, or half of your healing,
Anyway.
and then you can run towards the giant on Asgrix.
Yeah, I'll do that.
So yeah, so you just book it ahead of all these other people. And then
Mm-hmm.
it is the giant's turn,
Full.
Oh, fuck.
and people have moved within range of his boulder throw now.
Pizza you ordered is here.
Oh, nice.
Betch!
Oh fuck! What's up?
He's gonna throw a rock at you.
Walk all the way
I think I'm with Betch, so disadvantage. Question mark?
That's a 13 to hit.
Doesn't. No.
All right, you're good.
You beautiful.
So as you guys are running towards this second lumbering giant, and you can see, even from this distance, the multitude of grotesque offshoot heads, this boulder just comes flying towards you, and you manage to sidestep it as all of you are charging. It's like the AT-AT stuff on Hoth. Like where like you just see the giant robot shooting at them, and the rebels are like, ah! It's like that, but you guys are just charging through the snow, and then a boulder comes and just...
What up?
Thanks, Gabe.
Dude, he gave me the pizzas and then he left. And I was like, what the hell? And then
It's
I
already
looked at the
pre-
receipts
it's
and I was like,
prepaid.
oh, you guys paid for it already.
No, he's just like this weird
Yeah.
guy. He just shows up at people's
I was like, is he new?
houses
Like-
and just like gives them pizza.
I didn't pay.
It's right
It's
here.
right here, buddy.
You open it up, it has like death threats written on top. Just like, okay.
Just like
Enjoy your
family
pepperoni.
is in trouble, written in pepperoni.
Oh.
Ripping pepperoni.
Or like, we know. Just like, okay, okay.
That'd be scary as shit. Like you get a pizza box that just says, "We know."
Bonus action
Dude, I'm
raid.
moving right now.
I told them to draw a dragon on the
Moving
box,
to
and they didn't, so
Mississippi.
sorry it's not
No,
drawn.
they-
Pass this one.
Not again.
Even if that was the only safe place, you're like, I'll
Mark
die.
They never do
Zuckerberg.
that.
I know,
Okay.
bastards.
Well,
Yum.
Oh,
probably
fuck
haven't
that.
eaten in a couple days.
They didn't throw anything at me,
So
right?
I'm going to just
Here's
start
pizza, guys.
chowing into the
This is the
giant's
cheese
thigh
pizza.
Okay.
You're
and
eating it?
starting to carve it up.
Yeah, make a bite attack roll.
That human is eating a giant.
What kind
Where'd
of pizza
she
did we
put the
get?
pizza?
Cheese and sausage.
Where did she
Yum.
put it? I'm just gonna put it on my lap, I guess.
Okay.
Okay. Can you
Cool.
give me a piece of that?
Yes. I feel like we should get
14.
napkins because it's hot.
Okay, yeah, that's enough that you're like, ah!
Here, there's actually a little
Okay.
baby one.
You're
Maybe
gnawing
it
into
won't
his
hurt you. Oh,
gross
just kidding,
frost
it's really
giant
hot.
flesh.
Delicious.
I
Great.
shall put it
It's
on my
actually
bag.
not.
Wow,
It's
that's
really
smart.
bad.
That's my turn. Please put it-
It's not. I'm not giving you hungry jaws for that one.
That's fine.
I'm just.
I didn't lose any health anyway.
Yeah, see. Oh.
But you are
no.
filling your boots. Next up,
Yeah.
Rungandir.
Yeah.
No,
Back to
don't
top
touch my
with you.
nipple.
Cool.
I didn't touch your chest.
No, dude.
Your third one, right?
I have a nipple phobia.
No, that's
What?
Jordan.
That's Jordan. He has a third nipple. I don't.
I was joking, but alright.
I have 4.
Sorry.
Whoa.
Hey,
know.
what's
I know.
what's
I was
going
like,
on?
That's intense. Alright, I'm going to revert to a Rungandir.
All right, you all watch as this grizzly bear turns into an 8-foot tall
I have a
man
fear people touch my nipples
Okay.
because I have a
Yeah.
story.
Oh.
with greenish bluish skin,
Yeah.
wielding a
Bold.
maul slightly bigger than the Dragonborn dude's maul.
No! Mine needs to be bigger.
You got a complex.
Also much nicer and has like draconic emblems on it and stuff.
A good friend of
it's a
of
big
mine
siege
gave it to me.
breaker.
Dude, I'm so pissed.
Hey, I mean, you weren't there, so. Anyway, I'm gonna start charging.
Yeah, you do so. You just take off. Speed of 40 feet, nothing. You're moving. You're booking it.
Actually, I'm gonna dash.
Yeah, you dash. Dude, you're booking it towards this dude.
The Batman.
No, I have the pictures. Dun 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 dun.
Cool.
All right. Just to clarify things, like everyone, most of you aren't within range, and it's going to be a turn or 2 or 3 before you get up to this dude because he's so far away and he's just chucking boulders at you.
Why
So,
is this guy being a bitch?
does anyone want to do anything that is not running towards this dude?
No.
I have 600 feet range, so I'm
Yeah,
just gonna snipe.
you two I know.
I'm sharpshooter, dude.
Don't
Hell
fucking
yeah.
get him.
Yeah, I'm transferring Hunter's Mark with my bonus action, and then
Yep.
I'm gonna. Should I just roll all 3 hits?
Yeah.
Okay.